Yeah, it's using the wrong mic. Apply. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey everyone, I'm Egoqueenalexis and welcome back to the channel. Today's episode of... I almost said Death Watch because I am working on Death Watch. You know what, Victor, just take over.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vicky the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, as the monstrous insects burst forth from the dense jungle, the warband encircled Inquisitor Farnoff and their other entourage, covering each other's flanks. The insects attempted to isolate and trap a lone member, and nearly succeeded against Tarvok, but the line held against the swarm. Driving back their chitinous foe, the Acolytes had taken a few scratches, but none worse for wear. But then, Lynn heard a strange noise coming from the direction of the insect's retreat. A sound she recognized as a Tau plasma rifle. A few moments later, the source of the sound became apparent, a hunting group of 4 Kroot, an avian Xenos from the eastern rim of the galaxy, who, after a short conversation, agreed to guide them through the treacherous jungle. Arriving at the Kroot village, high up in the canopy, Rosalina spoke with the tribe's leader, one Shaper Enuk. Enuk agreed to the contract that Rosalina laid out, with a prize consisting of the guides being able to eat whatever remains they came across, or helped to create. Staying overnight, the colorful group sat down to rest for the night. Many topics... Wait, that was poorly written of me. Many topics were broached, while Rosalina followed a Kroot to some generator that refilled their plasma weaponry. Rosalina traded her magnoculars for the plasma pack from the Kroot's rifles, but the magnoculars did not survive long. Now morning comes, and Shaper Enuk's cryptic instructions, the only lead they have to escape this death world.
Alright. So, I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna wake and walk towards the Inquisitor.
She seems to be rising herself.
I'm gonna offer my hand to pick her up.
She accepts it and is hoisted to her feet.
Did you rest, Inquisitor?
I did, but the damned insects kept waking me up. The manageable ones.
I'm gonna look at my war gear really quickly. Just really fast and see if I have something. I should have it. Well, I can't find it right now, but I'm gonna assume at this point my brazier ran out of fire because I was keeping it on to keep the bugs away.
Yes, that is a fairly easy thing to say, that you're out of ammo. Well, you're out of the...
Oh, there's the flamer cell. So I'm gonna reload it as we're talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it would have taken about 2 flamer cells.
Okay, sounds good to me.
To maintain it through the entire night.
And as I reload the canister into it, I'm just gonna say, I'm running low on flame.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Promethean plant anywhere close by. We'll have to make do.
I'm gonna look over. I'm assuming Lynn is actually just standing at attention.
I'd be there. I'd probably be... Would I have anything to read? I'd probably borrow something from Tarvok to read if I didn't.
Tarvok, what does Lynn borrow from you?
Let me check my library. Handouts. How about Spheres of Longing by Gideon Ravenor?
Classic.
That doesn't sound like it's going to be very informative.
I mean,
do you have a textbook instead?
I
Something
have
like
I have a complete and accurate guide to Ultramar and Macragge.
Take a look at that. That sounds like my taste.
All right, I will pass.
Oh, sorry.
I think I passed along the complete and accurate guide to Macragge, and yeah.
I'm gonna reach into my bag again and pull out some Osawar candy, and I'm gonna offer a few pieces to the Inquisitor and Lynn.
I'll take one.
I honestly forget what that candy consisted of.
It's sweet candy.
Sweet candy. That's a That's a nice contrast to the rest of the planet.
Here, take this. I'm out of rations. I have 2 for emergency use only. These will help keep your energy up.
Far enough takes the Asuar candy and munches on it wordlessly.
I will also do the same and continue reading.
You too. And I'm going to toss a piece over to Abraxas.
I'll catch him and just eat it.
Tarvok, do you require any sustenance?
Negatory, I still have plenty of rations as well as my nutrient base. And as he's talking, he's actually shuffling his tarot deck just to kind of fiddle with his hand.
Emperor's Tarot. I didn't know you believed in that.
It has served me well in the past. At this point, just as he does, he pulls out a card just to see what it said, which one it is.
Oh, crap. I cleaned my room. I don't have my...
I can pull a tarot card out if you want.
Please do.
Okay. Let's just see what I pull out. Three of Cups. I don't know what that corresponds to in the Emperor's Tarot.
I don't think the Emperor's Tower deck is quite 1-to-1, but what is it just, does it not have a name on it?
Three of Cups, it's not a trump card. Is the Emperor's Tarot only the trump cards?
No, it's actually 1, 2, 3. It's 4 schools.
Name the schools, I'll tell you which one it is.
Alright, I need to go grab my deck now.
Gosh darn it.
I honestly don't remember. Alright.
And now a gag has turned into a full-on investigation.
Okay.
That's fun. No, this
I'm
is
gonna have
fun.
Lynn look over at it and be like, it's surprising that someone in your position would be so superstitious.
Everything is in our line of work. Superstition is quite real. Things of imagination and fairy tale have been manifested and trying to kill us. Is it so odd?
I suppose that's one way to look at it, but I prefer to stay rational despite extraordinary circumstances.
Indeed, but when dealing with an enemy to which rationale has no effect and who exists beyond reason, the unreasonable must be taken into account as well as the reasonable.
Alright.
So you would suggest fighting fire with fire?
With a much bigger fire, indeed.
Interesting. And I will flip my page and continue to look over very interestingly at the printed out logistic reports for the orbital platforms around Ultramar.
Right. So the 3 schools are Discordia, Mandatio, Executoria, and Adeptio, and then there are the main cards, which I don't think they have a name.
Holy crap, I don't know, just pull one of yours out.
Alright, I'm pulling one. We have the 2 of Executoria, which is the soldier, which represent, when it's facing up, service, duty, and sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Tarvok's gonna show a look of concern and slip the card back into his pocket.
Do I see what card you draw?
If you ask, he will show it, but he doesn't show it unless asked.
Do you want
Okay,
me to
so
draw another
go ahead
one?
and say it. So what did you draw, Baltavarius?
The soldier. Honor, duty, sacrifice.
You would have to draw another one if you wanted to make it, well, clarified.
Just with dire omens and malign portents, he will draw a second card.
Ooh, the 2 of Discordia, which happens to be the Xeno.
And what does the Xeno?
The fact that I drew this facing up, it represents danger from without.
Here's a little tangent I'll go off on. If you shuffle cards right, there shouldn't be reverse facings, which means
That's the thing, though. I
facings
do.
don't exist.
No. In the Emperor's Tarot, it does matter because I cut the deck and twist it every so often.
Wait,
Okay.
so can you repeat? This is a soldier and a soldier, a dire soldier being hunted by Xenos?
Not necessarily. The soldier represents service, and the Xeno represents, well, the alien.
Real.
Seems that the Emperor might be commenting on your actions, if anything.
How can he comment on anything when he's dead?
Well, Tarvok will take both of the cards, like one in each hand, and flip them over to the party to see.
I'll have none of that heresy mope.
If anybody wants who's like standing there, if you want to roll awareness on me, because I'm gonna mouth something, just subconsciously, like I'm just going to mouth it, if that makes sense.
I'll do that.
Everyone notices. Hold on, I'm going to see if Farnoff notices as well, just for completeness sake.
At this point, it's actually said it out loud.
Well, I didn't say it out loud, I mouth it. The word that I mouth is Morno.
No.
And I look away as I say it.
To think, Morno alone in the webway, surrounded by enemies.
She'll be fine.
Hope, my dear Rosalina, is the first step on the road to disappointment.
I don't hope
So
for
worried about-
anything.
So worried about your research.
Shut it, assassin.
You would have to call him something else, because has he actually implied that he is an assassin?
Yes, in fact, when we were talking, he did.
Ah.
You know, that scene you cut off your butt.
The scene that I missed because I was busy. I had to run away.
Now, I will pull out my Atheroscope just to see if there's anything like, kind of like how there was a cycle of warp non-sensory on the ocean planet, Waterworld.
Yeah. Aventine, you mean?
SeaWorld. I just want to make sure there's no like there's not like a passing psychic phenomena, just in case, to make sure that the day is clear to go.
All right. Roll your attack use in place of senescience.
Christ almighty.
The Atheroscope seems to crackle out. The reading that it gives seems nonsensical.
That's not good.
The Kroot is setting out soon. Let's follow these damnable aliens.
Indeed they are. In fact, as you are standing around and talking amongst each other, you see 4 Kroot. And to anyone with a keen eye, you can tell that these are the same that found you yesterday. As they do Kroot waddle? I know they.
No, they're not
I know
dreadnoughts.
I know they lurch because they do they have a spring in their step.
No, they have very articulate legs. I don't think they'd walk.
I imagine they strap.
Bound. Yeah, Strider bound.
Yeah, bounding is actually probably a good one. We'll go with that. The 4 Kroot bound towards you, and as they come to a full stop, they raise themselves to their full heights, which happens to be quite tall.
Significantly
go ahead
taller
and,
than us.
They stand slightly taller than the rest of the warband, but they don't stand taller than Tarvok. So it's an in-between. We are ready to go.
How long will this journey is this journey expected to last?
The journey to the mountain should not take too long. By our measure, it takes a half sun.
So about 12 hours.
Now, that is by our speed. We are unsure how quickly you travel.
I will actually. Does my chrono have a stopwatch setting on?
Yes, it does.
I'm going to time this.
I'm going to go ahead and translate to the Kroot. Significantly slower, and we can't go for 12 hours per day. This very likely will have to be a 2-day journey.
You cannot eat on the go.
Not effective.
Now, the contract begins. Please follow us.
Very well. Lead the way.
And with that, the Kroot leads you down the same route that Rosalina took last night, down to the roots of the trees that their village is in, and slowly but surely, the warband and the rest of the entourage, including Aubrey and the Watercast. That's right, he's here too.
Oh, what would he think of a Kroot? We should talk to him about them.
Yeah, he seems to be like when you came to this world, you've mostly noticed that the Watercast seems to have been on edge due to all of the danger all around. But ever since the Kroot showed up, he seems to have calmed significantly.
Well, that's fair. I can't blame him.
So, with that in mind, the warband starts off once again. Shush it, phone. Alright. With that, the warband starts off again, and I dropped a dice.
Damn it, Victor.
Sorry, I should put these away. So, you trundle through the lower canopy of the jungle, and the Kroot seem to leap around you as they try to find the most optimal path of least resistance through the undergrowth.
Can you use trade performancer to try to memorize how they move?
Yes, you may attempt it, but with a -10 due to their alien physiology. Ooh, nice. Well done. So, you notice that... Actually, I'm going to have to open up the Kroot profile so that I can tell you this accurately. Let's see. The Kroot have something called... here it is. Let's see. I need either both Lynn and Tarvok to roll for me a Xenos lore Kroot, or rolling just all if you don't have it.
Xeno, not my forte.
No, but it is for Lynn, due to her being Oro Xenos.
Nerd.
So as Lynn is, I'm going to say she's walking like right behind Rosalina, and she notices that Rosalina seems to take an acute interest in the Kroot as they leap about. And if you want to, you can explain to her that the Kroot's Nymune organ are hyperactive, storing vast amounts of energy. The Kroot's metabolism is thus sped up, improving their raw muscle speed, reflexes, and reactions.
I'm gonna do this in like the most complicated jargon I can. I'm gonna be like, so it allows their cells to contain more ATP, which allows for a greater tensity of the retraction of the muscles. And I'm just gonna make it as long and drawn out like that as possible.
I need Rosalina to roll an intelligence with a -10.
I'm not stupid.
No, but this is highly complicated. And it's jargony. Never mind, you made it.
I said I'm not stupid.
I know that, but do you have Xeno's lore?
No, but I could look at a leg and know how it functions.
Do you though?
Yes, they're still humanoid.
Yeah, but their physiology is very, very different.
Yeah, and so is a horse's. I don't know about a horse's biology, but I know how a horse leg works.
I don't.
Also, because I've gotten kicked by one. It hurts a lot. Anyway,
Well,
as you say all of this, I'm going to be moving with the Kroot and just say, they're almost dancing through the trees.
I wouldn't call it as, I wouldn't bring it to be as artistic as that. Really, it's just the way they were designed biologically.
But look at the way their eyes twitch back and forth between the tree branches themselves. They're already anticipating success landing on the first part and planning out the next 3 moves. These creatures, they're not stupid.
Are you from a world with much wildlife?
No, Forge World.
Actually, I would know that.
Forge World. Hive World.
And I'll just be like, it may fascinate you the next time you go to a planet that has more fauna to just simply observe them.
I have on Osawar.
It's quite fascinating how finely acute the biological form can become.
There's also several glaring weaknesses in their legs. One shot to their leg would be all needed to take them out.
Of course, these creatures were not evolved to deal with combat situations such as that. It's simply something we've all adapted ourselves to. But if you look at it from the stance of where they came from originally, what it was like on their original planet, conserving their energy in this way allowed them to be more effective predators.
That's fascinating.
also you drop in there that their bones are hollow, which allows them to leap further.
Yes.
Are
they actually? Is that in fluff?
That is in fluff.
Okay.
Much like birds, Kroot's bones are hollow.
You know who else had hollow bones?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But I mean, what's the difference between a dinosaur and a bird?
Barely anything.
Mark,
When dinosaurs walk the earth. Trick question, they still walk the earth.
Just call them chickens.
Yes.
My favorite animal is actually a dinosaur. It's a theropod, isn't that funny?
So, as you trundle along, you arrive at this place. And let's see, I need to spread out some Kroot. Whoop. 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 And whoop.
Oh, somebody said also alligators. Alligators are in an entirely different class than dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're pre-dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're older. Why does this keep stopping? I made a mistake. I need to fix that.
Can I send out a ping to find Mechanicus?
Yes, you can.
Is there any way to detect that he's gonna do that?
No, you can only detect it as he does it.
Oh darn!
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Do you have an Auspex on you? I know, but you can always attempt.
No.
Fair enough.
No. Actually, I will sell a ping for Imperial equipment because there are people on this planet.
That is true. So, as Rosalina extends her psychic sense, but only thing she finds is the abundance of life.
Yeah, there's
Giving
too
a-
much life around here. So I'm
And
gonna walk up to the one Kroot and just say, "You, why have we stopped?"
you see what appears to be to call it a river is an overstatement. It is a large-ish stream, and the Kroot seem to be sniffing it.
Some toxin or something?
No, this is an infested stream. There is a parasite that lives in it.
Disgusting.
We are trying to find the best way to get you over.
Tarva, can
Without
you harpoon one
stepping
of the
in.
trees?
As he's going through his bag, he asks the Kroot, "Would introducing an electrical shock into the water to eliminate the parasite?"
The Kroot looks
That's
at
in a
you
few hours.
and turns his head. Right? He looks over to his fellows, and they all shake their heads.
Worth a try. And he does produce his harpoon gun, checking it to making sure everything's functional.
Tarvak, find the best
I
possible.
thought. Oh, right. You just simply didn't have it as the weapon, MIU. You changed it
No,
up for the
it is
weapon.
in because the inside of the bookcase, like the kind of bigger part, is hollow. It's used as a mini armorial.
Right.
Like it breaks open, like the two parts that halves of the bookcase break open to reveal the armorium.
Exactly. So you grab that one out.
Tarvak, find the best possible place for the most security. Something that can actually hoist you up in case.
Note to self: replace gravitic field with a maglev transcender. So, Victor, is there any tree that looks both rippable but also is like stable?
Yes, you see across on the other side a tree that looks to be wide enough if the harpoon were to embed itself. So all it really takes is a ballistic skill test.
Indeed.
So that
Now,
would be ballistic plus 30
a lot more than that, my guy.
on the harpoon gun.
Well, because I also have like my what's it called? Let me see what it's called. The auto sense for my Praetorian helm.
Oh yeah, is that a plus 10 or a plus 5?
+5.
Oh crap!
Multiple.
Hold on.
Victor's been asleep this whole time.
I knew it.
You all wake up. It's been a dream this whole time. No, just kidding. But that was the alarm that I was set for my washing machine. I will be right back. I'm sorry.
Here we go again, same old. Ugh.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in
It's going on your report card.
minutes.
Is Riley actually on map yet?
Do I have to place my? Oh, okay.
Yep, what?
No, I don't have control over the other one. There's a spaceship.
Space boat. That's how we can get across.
Baby Tarvak.
Matrix said.
Yeah.
Braxis, have you ever been on a death world?
I'm not sure, but
How are you not sure?
no. Life is long, life is crazy. Some things are fuzzy. Just
Fuzzy? Like parts of your memory have been deleted.
he just kind of gives you a glare, sort of like you should know this.
I'm half tempted to do telepathic link to you. No, I am going to cast telepathic link on you.
Uh-oh, tough stuff's getting linked.
Let's be risky.
Uh-oh.
No. There's too much interference.
Aw, you didn't perils.
I'm just gonna like slightly glow my eyes before just blinking them and just being like, no, not right now.
Oh, tasted sands of Mars. I find myself relieved of cigars.
I'm gonna look down at the water and nod. Well, I can distinguish without a doubt that whilst Harvok would still sustain an infection, they would not be able to sustain themselves within his gut and would shortly die afterwards. You would only be afflicted by them for a matter of weeks before they flushed out on their own.
Agreed. And I would be able to, I believe I would be able to introduce electromagnetic shocks as well as heating up. Oh, wait, my blood is literally boiling oil, so. So,
I'm
anything.
gonna respond that it's unlikely. The eggs are extremely resilient and are probably. We'll see if Biggie corrects me on this. The eggs are probably extremely resilient to most things save burning, and the lake is no doubt infested with them along with the creatures themselves.
Right.
Indeed.
So, as the cable goes taut and Tarvak holds it up, yeah, mostly it will be easy for everyone to get across. The Kroot, on the other hand, while they were busy trying to find a way over, they themselves simply leap over.
Oh, so we're ziplining it.
Yes. So,
Boy.
Let's go one at a time.
Yeah.
all right. Before you,
Abraxas, you first.
they jump, but I need anyone that wants to cross over to make either an acrobatics or an athletics check. Nice.
Do I make it?
Yeah, in fact, you jump on top of it and balance your way
I'm
across.
gonna fate point.
Yeah, I think I'm
Oh my gosh!
That's it. New character time, Riley.
Why?
Wait.
Okay, hang on. I got this. Can I boost my speed with oh, what was it? It wasn't Sacred Communion to run and catch her.
You don't even have to try and you don't need the psychic power to try and catch her. You can just try and catch her.
All right, I'm gonna roll acrobatics and try to catch her.
All right.
All right, let's hope for the best.
Perils.
Ooh. Oh. So, to explain what just happened, let's see. While Lynn is going, actually, how does Lynn go across the wire?
Well, when I saw Abraxas do it so easily, I'd probably get it in my head, be like, "Oh, you want to show off? You want to show off, huh?" So I'd try to be fancy about it. That's probably why I fall.
So, when she tries to be fancy, she loses her balance, and Rosalina simply, as Lynn is falling off the wire, Rosalina leaps and pushes her the rest of the way.
Oh, I just imagined that I caught her while hanging on the wire.
No, I'm not going to, since you did say that you were going over one at a time, so...
Yeah.
But yes, so both of you land on the other side with in a tumble, and the Kroot scatter.
I'm just gonna be sitting there panting, a little bit thankful that I'm not infected.
Now, both of you are prone, and there's a reason I'm doing this, because as soon as you land, you hear more buzzing around you.
Some folks have fallen.
Oh, Viggy. Oh, Viggy. Guess who has leap up?
I know, but we're still going to have to roll initiative because there's buggies trying to come and get you. If you look
Okay, I
around.
get to reroll it twice based on my intelligence, so this is actually a plus.
I'm gonna
But-
look at Lynn while you're rolling this, obviously. I'm gonna look at her and just say, "Are you okay?"
I am, thanks to you.
And I'm gonna look at my hand that's cut from the rope.
And that's actually a 16.
That's an oof from me, Chief.
Oh, Victor, how much did we sleep overnight?
Enough to get rid of any fatigue.
What about to heal wounds?
You can gain back your toughness bonus and wounds.
Okay, so it would be 9 then. 7, 8, 9. No, I'd be at 10. Okay. I'm gonna look at my hand.
I have a kitty crying to get in. I'll be right back. Sorry to do that. I know I'm top of initiative.
That's fine.
I'm gonna look at my hand and just like looking at it bleeding from the wire.
You really need to watch yourself.
Yes. If I worried about that, Lynn would have died.
All right. That is everyone.
Okay.
The Kroot are just going to fend for themselves. So we don't have to roll for anything like that.
Okay, so top of the turn, I'm immediately going to not be prone for free action.
Yes.
Or actually, I'm going to tap out because I want to slow everyone down. That's clearly what I actually want to do.
Oh boy.
These things happen.
All right. I'm going to start some combat music. And boop.
Okay, but I am standing, and then I'm going to charge this one.
All right. For reference, they are all flying, but there's too many of them for me to put the flying thing on.
Oh, can I not even hit it then?
Oh, you can hit it. There's just a -10 to hit it.
Oh, okay.
And they're also small.
If I
But-
charge, I don't get to make both my attacks, right? I just get to make one.
Yes, that is correct. So yeah, they are size 3, meaning that you get a minus. Never mind, a 98 does not do it.
Nope, I definitely do not hit as I try to do a kick flip on one, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's actually whatever. I try to kick one and I miss.
All right, Abraxas.
Checking something. 3 meters. Checking the range on something. So. Gonna move there, and then I'm gonna try and wallop this one with my agonizer.
Alrighty.
It has 3 meters, yeah.
Oh, Victor, can you put down the Inquisitor?
Oh, right. Let me do that.
Just put her down. We're done with her. This is Chaos game now. And
Hell
put
yeah.
her down.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Did you put in the minus?
I did not put in the -10, so yeah, that doesn't work.
No, there's currently for melee, there are 2 minuses. The
Okay,
first
one.
minus is them being small, and the second minus is them flying.
Okay, yeah, then,
So,
yeah, that did not go.
alright, so with a flick of the agonizer, the Abraxas hits a tree branch, and I'm sure it felt a lot of pain due to recent discoveries on how plants think. Alright, now it's...
Systems, so nope.
Nope, not the system.
Oh wait,
Right.
wait, in this system they might.
Maybe. So, Mope. There's a bug that's gonna try and...
Eat your face.
I'm probably gonna roll 2 97s for my dodge. Here it comes.
Well, it missed, so never mind. However,
Miraculous.
Abraxas, there's another bug gonna try and sting you too, and it is going to get a 45 to hit. That is a hit.
What? Okay. And,
You make it. Well done. Now, the 3 on the other side. One is going to charge at Rosalina. Meow. And let's see. There is no aim. Actually, roll for the force field just to.
Okay, needs a 55.
All right,
Oh, crap.
I keep going. No aim. Charge, and I get a +10 because you are prone. That is a hit. And 18 is good enough. As the bug tries to sting you with its stinger, you barely roll out of the way. Stab. However, there's a problem, because more of them are coming. Meow. Let's see, I need a 65 to hit. That is a hit.
Hey, my force field works.
Oh, barely did it. And the last one. Does it hit? Yes, it does. Does the force field go off?
Yay, force field.
Did you? When did you fix it?
Huh? Oh, overnight with Tarvok.
Alright, fair
I
enough.
am Tarvok.
Hi,
Right.
I'm Tarvok,
Oh.
fixer of things.
Tarvok, speaking of things, look behind you.
Ha! That is unfortunate.
That is an unfortunado.
Wait, well, I mean, these aren't the same bugs we fought last time, right? Because these are much smaller.
These are way smaller.
So odds are they can't shoot a net that covers my ass this time.
They do not.
Tarvok,
Alright.
protect
There's
the
a
Inquisitor.
hit.
I'm
Might ju-
trying.
You might just want to tank that. I mean, after you roll for the. What's it called? The force field.
Now, is this one of those things you're saying so that way it does like 30 damage, pin 20?
No, but it did hit you in the head, so.
Eh.
That was
Force
what I
was
was
fine.
going for. Alright. Meow. Do you have Combat Master?
No. It
Just
doesn't
that.
matter. Just give them all the pluses to hit me.
Well, I don't think they hit. Not on that one.
That's unfortunate.
Meow. Does this hit? That is a hit.
Ha!
Wow. Wow. Well, you are being swarmed, but they're not getting through the force field. That is a hit.
Sounds like a job for my gun from the future.
It does, but
No.
there's an Inquisitor standing next to you.
Yeah,
On
I should-
demands.
I can summon the-
Alright, do you try to dodge or parry?
I'm not going to because I might need to bodyguard the Inquisitor because they might decide that that's the easier.
Fair enough.
No,
Nope, not enough.
because that's in the chest, right?
That is... hit you in the 36? Is that a leg or or the chest? That is the body.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright. Do you have unnatural toughness? No?
Yes, because of the machine trait, I think.
No, the machine traits gives you armor.
I'll check, but no, I think I have unnatural strength and
Yeah,
toughness,
because-
or strength and intelligence.
Yeah, these things have felling too.
Good to know.
But I don't think it matters because no one here has what's it called? Unnatural
Right.
toughness. Right. So that is everything for now. And you do see that the Kroot themselves are fending off their own little buggers. Rosalina, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm cyrating 4. That's... okay. I'm debating what I want to do.
All right.
5 minutes times 7. Psychic fire.
Oh boy.
Might hit.
What's the range on it?
Let's go with. It's a 5 times psi rating, so psi rating 4, so that's 20 meters. And I'm
Ooh,
gonna
oh
go
boy.
out this way to not hit any of them.
Right. I don't think you'll be able to hit the one above you without hitting the Kroot.
No, I'm only hitting these 2 on the side of me.
Alright, so only the 2.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, they get the dodge because I already cast the power.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see, I need 2 dodges. One of them doesn't make it, so roll damage.
Burn and holy fire. Hang on. Psychic powers are weird to do. So
The damage is never set, so you have to type it in every time.
yeah. It has penetration. I'll figure that out in a second. Oh, it doesn't have penetration. Oh, it's supposed to be 1 more damage. It's 13.
13 damage. So one of them takes... does it not have pen?
No, doesn't have pen.
Alright, so one of them takes 10 damage. And let's see if it catches fire or not. Agility test. Boom. It catches fire.
Damned things.
Whoosh.
And then it's
As well
a
as-
half action to stand up, right?
Yes, it is.
Alright, I'll stand up.
Unless you have leap up.
I do not have leap up, so I'm just standing.
Oh. Alright, there you go. Do you have quick draw?
I do not.
Oh boy, you don't have a weapon in your hand. That's not good.
I always have a weapon in my hand.
Do you?
Yeah, I always
is
have
the
my
weapon.
sword.
You were catching Lynn just moments earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't have it.
You stabbed her.
Alright,
Oh,
well, I'm
cool.
fighting with psychic powers. Let's do this.
Alright, Tarbok, you're up. There are creepy crawlies all over you.
Yep, so first things first, as a half action, I'm going to use my utility to make a dendrite to create a cloud of smoke around me that gives a... So just, I'm inking.
What's the range on it?
That is a good question.
Oh god, he's being Zoidberg for a second.
Let's see. Variety of mechanisms to fill with power sensor. The sensor operatives, blah blah blah. Additional, you can write 1 blast every 15, which is supposed to a 2-meter radius.
That's all I needed to hear. There you go.
Yep.
And
So, and then with my other half action,
boom.
pistol capacitor eyeball.
Alright.
Starting from the left.
Alright, go for it. The
Okay.
bottom one.
The one closest to what's her name, the
Oh,
Inquisitor.
this one. Right. Alright.
I'm just getting the number real quick.
Right. Standard range.
That's a miss.
72, but it is a miss.
That is not. Does it dodge?
Let's see. It does not, because it needed 65. So roll to hit, roll damage. That is 11 pen 5. That makes it to 9 damage. Let's see if it catches fire. 55.
Can I cast 2 psychic powers in 1 turn?
If it is, one of them is concentration and one of them is attack, yes, you can.
What if one's attack concentration?
Then there's both, and you can only do with one of those a turn.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, that's a hit.
Eyeball hits.
Does it dodge? Yes, it
It
does.
has step aside.
Oh, you shot the same one. Never mind. It doesn't dodge because it only has 1. So roll damage. That is not a lot of damage.
It's 11.
Yeah. Alright, so you swap out the degrees, and it does 9 damage, and these things are not elite. No,
Is
they're
it
not.
dead?
That one is dead because they die when they hit 0 wounds.
All right, and last shot capacitor to the guy closest to the Inquisitor.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hit.
that's a hit. Oh yeah, this thing dodged already. Never mind. So, roll damage. Oh wait, no, it didn't dodge already. So, it dodges... No, wait. On a 72. Did the original one contain the -10 for their size?
Yes, but I have a bunch of bonuses. Like my stuff has like a bunch of add-ons
That's
to
true,
it.
that's true. But because I'm trying to figure out how many minuses that was. That was 8 degrees of success, so that would give it a -40. So the 23 is not enough, so roll damage.
Well, there you go.
That is barely not enough to kill it.
Toughness test.
Hold on. You got 8 degrees of success. You can kill it.
Yes, it did. Kill it.
Flap.
Bug zapper.
Indeed.
As Rosalina, as you yell to Tarvok to protect the Inquisitor, you just see everything go into a cloud of smoke as well, and then just balls of fire and lightning flowing from this cloud.
Like an angry storm.
I'm just gonna mutter under my breath. Just don't hit the Inquisitor.
That's why I rely on computers, not my balls.
Lynn, you're up again.
Let's go ahead and try to double attack this thing.
Alright.
Aim with the first one because I might as well.
Because you can.
And then swift attacking. I get -10, and what else?
-10 on their size and -10 for them flying.
Music stopped. There we go.
I
Oh my
changed-
god. Okay, so it's
changed
just not
attack.
gonna hit when I try to do that. Let's just try to do a single hit with the next one.
Did you add the plus 33?
Oh, no, I didn't. You're right. Excuse me. So that would have been a 53. Okay, so I hit on a 53 against these things. I'll try the other.
Alright, try again.
No.
Nice.
Oh.
That's my turn.
Alright, Abraxas, you're up.
Alright, first, I'll try to hit the one in front of me with my chainsword.
Room.
Standard. -20, you said, right?
Yes. If you are trying to hit them in melee.
Yes. Alright, that one didn't work then. Do the 2-weapon master. I'm gonna try and slap it with the agonizer.
Got this. I believe in you.
I don't.
Believe in me that believes in you.
Leave in the heart of cards, Yugi.
Haha, you did it.
Yeah.
Does it dodge? Yes, it does. Do you have inescapable attack? I'm guessing you do.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that it's 5 degrees of... wait a minute, hold on. Does it not dodge? Hold on. You get 5 degrees of success, that's -10, -20, -30. It needed a 25 to dodge. You hit. Roll damage. Do you want to swap out degrees?
Hold on.
You can turn that to a 15.
I'm trying to remember what does tearing do again?
Terran lets you roll damage twice and pick the highest.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just do that.
Oh, there you go. You rolled better. Much better.
Alright.
And that is barely enough to kill it. Blap.
Yee.
So, you strike with your chainsword, but the bug is too evasive before you whip it with your agonizer, and it falls twitching to the ground. Alright, now it is all of the buggy bugs. Do these things have any talents? Oh, they have swift attack. I might want to use that.
Oh.
I just think it's super cool that Bethesda started making Dark Heresy modules. Wait, are you telling me this isn't made by Bethesda? It has so many bugs. It has to be.
I mean, yeah, but the difference here is that you can fix the bugs.
Oh, you're right. This isn't Bethesda. This is actually possible.
No, right. We're just mods.
Yeah, you're just making mods, Mope. Alright, so, speaking of mods, Mope, I'm gonna try and swift attack you with the bug in your face.
Sure.
I only hit once.
I have 12 hit points. Let's see how much damage he does with one hit.
Oh.
Are you sure about that?
When you put it that way.
You made it. Well done. Alright, now we go to Rosalina. Let's see if that one bug on fire can do anything.
Here, I'll just save some time for the other two real quick. Both of the other two are going to bounce off of me. Because of
Fair
force
enough.
field.
Alright, that is those two. And with that, I'm actually going to do this, and...
It gets her 1d10 for the fire, right?
Oh yeah, Rosalina, roll 1d10 damage for the fire against the buggy buck.
Here we go. Here's my 1. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Look,
that's a
there's a
crit.
1 in there.
Yeah, there's a 1 and a 0 in there. You were half correct. So, that was a Righteous Fury against the buggy buck, and it kills it. So, now, one of the two of them... Oh, I need to remove that. Go into the river. One of them is going to charge Abraxas. Does it hit? It does. Would you like to dodge?
Of course.
That is a definite dodge. And the second one is going to charge at Lynn. That is barely a hit.
Remember I have Combat Master.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
So it doesn't get the plus 10 for grouping up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They would only get plus 20. Yeah, so they needed a 55. My bad. Does not
No,
hit.
it's fine. I that's why I brought it up. It's okay.
All right, and then let's see. Tarvok, you're gonna get 2 swift attacks against you.
Just roll 2 D100s quick.
1, 2.
And they take a -5.
Oh yeah, the -5. One of them is a hit on a 40, so that would be 2 hits against you.
No, it is. Wait. Yeah, that hits.
All right, dodge or parry. Right?
No, I'm good.
All right. So here's the first one, which hits you in the 81, which is your left leg, I think.
Well, one of them.
One of them. 11 pen 5. Does that do
It
anything?
does 1 damage.
1 damage. All right. And then the second one, which I think hits the leg as well. Ooh. So that one does 3. No, 2.
Yep, so I'm down to 10 health.
Oh snap! The buggies are crawling all over you and slicing you up.
Wow, I really can't get hit by these things. You were correct. I will die.
All right.
Who
So
would guess that a death world could kill us?
yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of death, look behind you, Tarvok. There's more, but they are only revealed, so they're not going this turn.
The good thing I bought that new talent.
Which one?
Never die.
Ah, that sounds like a good one. Rosalina, it is now your turn.
I am going to... Tarvok, do you make those bugs known?
Yes, like I ping out their exact like coordinates, like degree wise, like
Okay. So 5 times side rating, so 20 meters. I'm gonna turn and just use cleansing flame. It's the same flame. I'm just turning it and firing it that way.
All right, go for it. Nice. All right, they get to roll dodge. D100s. One of them does not. So roll damage. Oh wait, hold on. I need 4 of those. And all right, one of them does not. Oh, that is a kill.
How many of them just died?
One of them.
Oh, just one didn't make it?
Yeah, because they dodge on a 65, and only one of them failed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no. I rolled 1 too many. Let's see. Yes, that is correct.
And with that, is it a half action to draw a weapon?
If you don't have quick draw, then yes, it is.
Alright, I'm gonna take out I'm gonna take out Lioness finally. And just look at
Alrighty.
my hand that's burning. And just clench it and just be like, stand strong.
Alright, now it is Tarwak's turn.
So first thing first, fate point never die.
Alrighty.
Just in case. And now I'm gonna fire my resonance arc at these guys.
Oh boy.
And I did the math. They are within 5 meters of anything I care about.
They're within 5. They're not within 5 meters of anything you know about.
Okay, God forbid they hit something I don't see.
Well, they could keep arcing quite a long way.
Not my problem.
It kills all of us.
No, like it literally can't unless Victor's saying there's a line of guys leading all the way around.
There may very well be.
That's kind of what I'm hinting at. But yes.
Shoot the
Let's try it.
flamer.
Burn the forest.
Oh wait, I can't shoot the resonant arc.
Oh yeah, you're engaged in melee, that's right.
So pistol.
It's a basic weapon, that's right.
All right, so pistol, yada yada.
Yes, 72 to hit.
Indeed. 82 because I can aim this time.
Right. Barely missed it by that much. That's a hit.
Well, that's not even counting all my bonus. Actually, I didn't even count all my bonuses like add-ons, so that does.
They can't
Did you
dodge
add-
unless they have something to dodge twice.
Oh, wait. Well, one of them was a miss because...
No, it wasn't because I didn't add in all my red dot custom grip and all that.
Did you add the minuses?
Oh yeah, they still get the -10. So no,
So
it still
is-
adds on because it's red dot is +10, custom grip is +5, ballistic helmet is +5. Here, let me just do the math for you real quick. Half aim, standard range standard +20, -10 plus. Okay, never mind. I did miss.
Okay. I wanted to be extra sure.
But does he dodge the other one?
He does not dodge the other one. So
replacing degrees of success?
You could turn that into a 15.
Yes.
Alright. So that would do 13 damage. Let's see. Agility test to see if he catches fire. He's fine. Next one.
I'm gonna re-roll that because
Is-
that will
is-
actually make me blind.
Yeah, that thing is not reliable. Okay, you don't
I
go
missed.
blind.
And I do hit with the shocker.
Shaka, mew, mew.
Oh
Yeah,
damn!
Yeah, that's a dead. Blap. Alright, so you killed one. And that is that. Len, you're up again.
Oh,
Punch, punch.
let's go ahead and try to just do. I'll aim the first one, but I'm just going to do standard attacks on me.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot to add -20 in this. Oh wait, no, but I forgot to add +33, so it would be a +30. So I hit.
Yes. Well, you would have hit anyway, so. Does it dodge?
Yeah, of course it does.
No, I don't believe it does. With the
Okay.
33, you have. Wait, do you have an escapable attack?
No.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I don't have it. It dodges. Okay, I'll try with the next one.
Wait, was that a swift attack?
No.
It
Okay.
was a standard. Alright, it's out of dodges now, so all you have to do is hit. Did you
No
add
way.
the +33?
No, but it should be me hitting on a.
63.
Yeah, it should be a
Okay,
63.
okay, so I hit.
Yeah, if you do a standard attack. Alright, roll damage. Do you want to re-roll that?
Yeah.
There you go. Heckin' lot of damage. That would be...
She punches a bug to death.
Well, it is almost dead. You took
I'm
it,
pretty sure Lynn is just Hinata.
maybe. But it is Abraxas' turn.
Let's see, alright. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. First, gonna try the chainsword on the one in front of me. So, boop. Standard.
I think you need a 60 to hit.
Butts.
Butts indeed, but would
That's
you
it.
like to try the Agonizer?
Yeah, I'll always try the agonizer. Let's go. Yeah.
Really?
And you win some, you lose some.
You win, you lose. Alright, now it is the Buggy Bug's turn. Swift attack against you, Abraxas, again. That is a miss. Swift attack against you, Riley.
Okay.
That is a miss again. A second swift attack. Everything misses. They're just unable to get a hit on you. Rosalina, one
Here,
standard attack.
I'll just... Don't roll it. Here. One goes through, so roll one attack.
Alright, one of them does damage. Would you like to try and dodge or parry?
I will parry it. I parry on a 110.
Are you sure about that?
I'll show you. I parry on a 96.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was really close.
Yep.
Alright, so you do parry that one attack that gets through the force field. Alright, now Tarvok incoming. So, one attack.
Hey, Farnoth, be useful. No? Okay.
Well, she's being useful by not dying. First attack, 65 to hit. That is a miss. Second attack. That is a hit. Force field.
Nope.
Alright. It hit you in the 21, which I believe is the arm. One of them.
Correct.
Alright, so damage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
That is 4 damage.
4 damage. And the last one, does it hit? It does hit.
Alright. Force field.
Force field to do.
Whew.
You're fine. That actually could have done some serious damage, maybe.
At least it can't bring me down.
That is
Don't bring
true.
me down.
Bruce, don't bring me down.
I do need Aubrey to
Fix her up.
I'll do Aubrey's turn on mine if you don't mind.
That's fine. You can do
problemo.
either before or after Rosalina. Aubrey can go.
So she'll actually run over and heal you real quick.
Alright.
And she gets a plus 20 to her Medicaid for the med kit, right?
The
The Narthesium?
Narthesium gives her a plus 20, yes. And she also has Superior Chirurgeon, which I think gives her plus 20 extra.
Okay,
so that is all of the wounds.
That's on a 110, and then it's plus her intelligence bonus of 4 with an unnatural of 2, so 6.
That is just enough to bring me back to full.
She patches you quickly back up. And Rosalina's just gonna shout, Tarpak, get down!
She deploys the Sister of Battle bug spray. Whoosh.
And Rosalina's firing right here.
Against 3 of them, so 1, 2, 3. One of them fails. Roll damage.
Okay.
That is enough to kill. And one of them goes blap.
And defensive stance is a half action, right?
Defensive stance is a full action.
Guarded stance is a
Yes, guarded stance is a half action.
Alright, let's go with guarded stance then.
It gives you a plus 10 to your next evasion test.
So, what just happened is Rosalina used her fire closed her hand as the cut on her hand was being singed by the flames. She curls it, stops the fire, and then shoots it out again. So she's in agony shooting her psychic fire.
You could say that she's hot.
Stop it.
I will never. Tarvok, it is your turn again.
Rosalina, this planet is pissing me off. And he will shoot at the one closest to the interrogator, so the one at the bottom.
Alright.
Actually, shoot right
Cool.
here. This one can't dodge.
Oh, yeah,
That's a good
true.
point.
Both of them did dodge.
Yep, so we'll do that.
Alright, go for it.
That's all. That looks like a whole bunch of hits.
That is a whole bunch of hits. So they can't dodge, so roll a bunch of damage.
So we'll start with the one the one up top.
Alright.
Does that kill him?
Does not, barely not.
Does that kill him?
That is enough. Next one.
Does that kill him?
That is enough, and you all of your shots are you send out all of your damage, and that is that.
Wait, there's one more because I have target selector.
Oh yeah, that's true. But didn't you send all of those shots into those two?
We really just kind of sped it up. We didn't really declare which target was which.
True, we are.
Like how it works is if you notice how Tarvok does it, he shoots until he kills it, then moves on to the next one, or kills or stuns
That is true. That is true.
it.
And the next one
takes
actually,
toughness.
the next one is actually allowed to dodge. So let me just check. It does not. So 14. That does
toughness
12.
test.
Toughness test. Well, what is this thing's toughness? It is 25, so it does not make it. So it is stunned.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Sorry about just doing the whole 40-100 thing, but I feel like that's just
it did speed it up a lot. So that is that. And that is Tarvok's turn. Len.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the same thing as before. So hitting on 63s. First one will hit on a 70.
Ha!
Okay.
I would say
Was-
that's no dodge. It hits.
Like, it doesn't matter. This thing can't dodge.
Yep, and then I'll do the other hit on the other one. Barely.
That is barely a hit. Does it try to? It tries to dodge. Does it do it? It does.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, that was a crit and missed. Abraxas, you're up. There's a buggy bug.
Chain sword.
Yoop.
Two,
This third time's the charm.
and murder.
Do you have Blade Master?
Let me see.
Because if you do, you've been
yeah.
forgetting a free reroll on that. On that
Yeah, I
thing.
do have Blade Master. I've had.
All right, reroll that thing. 60 to hit.
Not charge standard.
Damnation.
All right, agonizer. Boop. Boop.
We are just high rolling.
Right, does it dodge? It does not dodge. Roll damage. That
And
is 18 is enough to zap it.
Zaya.
He just cracked a bullwhip and blew up a bug.
It did, but there's a lot of there's a lot of
Size
energy.
a watermelon.
And last thing, I just want to do Assassin's Strike so I can move away.
And you do.
And then I'm just gonna go over here.
All right.
And I'm done.
That is that. Now it is the buggy bugs. And Alexis, just roll your force field twice
Yep.
to make it faster, even though it is technically not how it should go. One of them gets, well, one of them can try to hit, so...
Yep.
And it is a hit. Would you like to parry?
It's parried.
Parried. Swing. Alright,
So the second you
let's
hit
see.
Rosalina, she explodes.
that is true. Lynn, there is one attack coming against you.
Eh.
It is a hit. Please dodge.
I'll do my best.
You got this.
Because I rolled really
Ready for
well.
the 297?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, here we go.
No.
Oh,
No.
wow.
That is a supremely good dodge
Yes,
as
phase through it.
Lynn centers her chi.
Her chakra.
And I
Within the
will
8
not
trigrams.
I will not partake in your weakness.
It's too late.
It is too late.
You did that damn Tau video ages ago with her.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, finally Rosalina's gonna use her sword. She's gonna whirlwind to death these two things.
Alright, you can aim the first one.
Still gonna be a standard attack for both, and there's a 15 modifier. Wow, I throw lioness. You know what?
Do you want to
We're
do you
gonna
want to
fate
fate point that? All right.
All right.
Okay, you hit. Does it dodge? It does not. That is a miss. Well, that is a hit, I should say. And of course, Lioness, as a force weapon, just murderizes everything.
Okay, so my target is 76. 73, that's a hit. Barely.
Barely a hit. It barely dodges. Wait, no. You barely hit. That means it gets a -10 because it's on the first one. They get a -10, so they need a 45. No, wait, no, it needed a 65. My bad. My
Okay.
bad.
You get.
I did the math wrong.
Ah.
All right, and
So,
I still
that was-
I don't have a half action because I aimed. So that's it.
That's that. Now, Tarvok, there is just one buggy bug that's technically not dead.
Can you
if
just
you
say
want,
it's
you-
dead?
Just
Yeah, like,
just
I
just
stomp
step
on it.
Yeah, just
I-
step on
Yeah,
it.
I step
What?
on it.
That thing is stunned. It is prone. It is, yeah, like you.
Oh, an enemy without cover is without hope.
Indeed, you actually impale it on one of your spider legs.
Indeed. And at this point, I say, Rosalina, would you like me to do the honors? As he kind of aims his pistol.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pew pew.
Pew.
I get a micro for this. Yeah, they all hit. Just
Yeah, it can dodge all it wants, but yeah.
so with a well-placed shot, from across the river, he yells out, "I don't think that makes us even for the Inferno, but it's a start."
Len, there is one buggy bug left. Let's see if you can finish it.
I'll certainly try. On a 73, I missed. On a 63, I hit. See if it dodges.
Unfortunately, it does.
Yep, that's my turn.
Wait, did you
Abraxas.
swift attack?
No, I'm not swift attacking because it drops my chance to hit to like drops it to like
53.
yeah, I guess that's true. I'll try swift attacking it next time if it's still alive. It's too late now.
Yeah, because remember with swift attack, even if it dodges one, it has to dodge with a degree of success equal to the number of attacks you make.
True.
Chicken things.
You're gonna have to move one. Well, you could just charge the thing. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, if I move there, I'm charged. And say I'll charge to the side of the bug, and then agonize your time. Hit. Charge. Nice.
Actually, you would have gotten a +10 because Lynn is giving you an assist.
Oh yeah, you do have. So yeah, then it hits because I
Alright.
need 70.
Does it dodge? No, it does not. That is plenty of damage. And with that, and we shall stop the combat music.
Yay.
Whew. So, as bug innards and legs are splattered all over this this little grove with a stream running through it. You see Tarvok, Albury, and Farnoff emerge from a cloud of incense that have been. Oh wait, hold on. Let me dissipate the
A
incense.
purple haze.
The vapors.
I do my brain.
Tarvok, it's good to see you're well. Far enough, are you hurt?
I'm fine. Your Mechanoman is exceptionally good at this.
And with that, I'm going to actually clench my hand in pain. And Aubrey's going to eventually get over this and come to me and
Yeah.
just wrap my hand.
Indeed. Farnoff is also going to scale over. And now it is just Tarvok. So, athletics or acrobatics? Which will it be?
Well, probably athletics because I get a bunch of bonuses to that.
That is true.
Oh, jeez. He just leaps.
Yeet.
Does a backflip.
Yeah, no, I imagine like he jumps, like he uses his hydraulics and his legs to jump, but he also is like pulling himself towards the harpoon, like on top of everything.
Then you got
And
one
then
of those
kinda
new,
puts it,
one
Yeah.
of those new AdMech jump packs.
and he puts it back in the armorium.
Alright, so the Kroot gather around and they sniff the buggy bugs, and they don't seem very interested.
Are these the same species just that we fought earlier, just smaller?
Well, if you were to do a scholastic lore biology, you could try to see if they're the same genus. So, as you investigate these smaller bugs, you find that no, you find noticeable enough differences that to implicate that these are from a different branch. These would more be closer to beetles, and the other one, not beetles. These would be closer to. Hold on, what was the other thing called? Oh, this would be closer to a beetle. The other one would be closer to
Like a wasp?
like a cockroach, flying
Ew.
cockroach. There you go.
Alright.
Hold
So
up.
roaches and beetles, and the difference between those.
Right. The reason I asked is because I was actually worried we were heading towards a hive.
Right. I mean, there may be a hive close to here, considering just how many of the things you ran into.
As Aubrey ties the knot around my hand, I'm going to groan a little bit in pain and just say, "You there, Kroot.
Rah.
Are these things
What?
edible?
They are, but they don't taste good.
Are they numerous?
Yes,
Thousands?"
maybe.
I'm going to look to the tree and just say, "More than the number of leaves on that tree."
The Kroot nods, which is a strange gesture coming from someone like that, because his quills bristle as he does.
Good. Tarvok, if we could set up an encampment here, or even and she's going to tighten it once again, even a high orbital platform, we could use this planet to farm for food for Desolium.
Victor, can I roll a commerce test to see like how profitable such a enterprise would be?
Yes, you can. Ooh.
I
With
pass.
only 3 degrees
Four.
of success.
A natural intelligent? Or a
Yeah,
natural?
but you only get half rounded up on
Yeah.
your unnatural when it comes to skill tests. So it would be 3. So the value of setting up some sort of harvesting installation on a planet like this, while there is plenty of resources to go around, the problem with that is that, well, the number of imperial business ventures that have gone belly up because the environment was too hazardous. Well, Tarvok has a list longer than his if he still had it.
Well, so you
Pretty
said an
small list.
imperial venture. Yeah, you know what?
Wait,
Kiss my
Do
macadendrite.
you actually say that out loud? Like,
Yeah, he did. Not the schlong part, but yes.
okay, so I'm gonna look at him and just say, but if we were to get, say, kill teams and contract mercenaries to do it, we could lower the cost and deal with the overpopulation at the same time.
I believe using Mechanicus resources such would benefit better in the hostile environment. They don't know fear. They don't panic. Clearing off forcing the machine's will upon nature is quite simple and much safer than having to rely on human ingenuity.
Fair enough. We'll get it set up later. For now, let's get
Indeed,
the hell off this rock.
indeed, and it could actually And as we're walking, he's like, it actually could make up for the lack of tides from Nova Bella.
So,
Tarok
with
writes this down.
yeah, with business ventures planned out, do you set off or do you stay?
We set off.
All right. So off you go, but I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to this one because I don't have an intermediary for what I
I'm
have
gonna go use the
intended.
restroom.
Oh, I was about to do that. I'll stay here so you get back. Okay.
All right.
Can I do an awareness test just to give a good, just your standard issue, like scanning a rail with all my equipment?
Yes, you can. I'm guessing this is the Auspex.
It's everything.
Everything, right.
I'll also
Well,
do a tech use for the aspects.
the Auspex does give you a plus 20, so.
Yeah. Well,
Although
we'll say it's the Aether script then.
Yeah, fair enough. For your awareness, you technically only get a plus 50, but hey, that's just me. Let's see. It is for the awareness. Are you looking for anything specific, or?
I'm looking for a mixture of hostiles and by and anything that be considered like treacherous terrain, quicksand, sinkholes, hives of bugs, just anything that would pose an immediate threat to the safety, either mental, spiritual, or physical well-being of the party. That's as specific as I can get.
Well, you could have added psychic too, but I'll take
There
your
you go,
point.
psychic.
Yeah. So, as you activate every single scanner in your possession and optical feed, you find yourself inundated with threat parameters. It seems that no matter where you look, you seem to be able to discover some new threat, and the closer you look, the more you discover. With some threats being devoured by others, and even the plant life, eating the insects, and you seem to tap into the circle of life that seems to be more like a crushing, rolling wheel of life on this planet.
Overturned.
I don't want to stop the wheel. I want to break the wheel. But anyway, just jokes aside, references aside, I want to catalog all of these. That too, but I want to catalog all this.
All right, so you get to work on doing all of that, and the Ethereoscope seems to have cleaned up, and you're not picking up anything unless you happen to scan over Rosalina.
Actually, does this planet have any effect on her? Like, is it causing any kind of psychic flare-ups? Because I noticed her hand was hurting when she
The etheroscope doesn't seem to be able to differentiate.
Okay.
You notice her brighter burning spirit, and that's about it. It does not seem to be lessened in any way.
Indeed. Rosalina, are you well?
I'm fine.
I have some rations on me if you need them.
No, I'll be all right.
Very well. Farnoth, yourself?
She looks back at you and says, "I could go for some."
Yeah, let me see if she gets one of my better ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a regular one.
All right. She munches on it. Appears to be a corpse cracker of some kind.
And and I also pass around water to
All
those
right.
who need it for hydration.
Indeed. Tarwak,
Yes.
need you to roll a d10 for me. You want 7 or lower.
You had to say something. Can I re-roll it, whatever it is?
Unfortunately, no. This is not a test.
What is it?
What this is your recaf onboard supply.
Is that including the internal stuff or the external stuff I carry in my bag?
That is the internal stuff.
Because I have some stuff.
Oh, do you still have like just recaf on your person?
See, yeah, because I have the different blends.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I am out of cigars though.
Which is a shame.
Cup.
That is true. However, as you walk further along, you catch glimpses through the canopy of what appears to be a mountainside in the direction that you're heading. And you notice that the Kroot seem to be indicating towards it between themselves. Not much for your consideration.
Yeah. And at this point, what time? Like, how much time has passed? Checking my chrono, my stop.
Let me see. I need to roll. It has currently been, let's see, 8 hours. So you are most likely closing in on your destination.
We're also probably exhausted if we've been going for 8 hours.
Yes, I will need everyone to roll an athletics test.
Now, Victor, does Brood of Burden? I know this isn't. Would this? I know Forced March is technically not what this is, but would this count towards Brood of Burden?
I will say yes. Brood of Burden would count.
I'm fine.
Yeah, well, the rest of us ain't, so we're stopping.
Are you... Wait, I don't see Tarvok's roll, or does he just ignore it?
I just ignore it.
Fair enough, so you don't become tired from walking. Rosalina...
Wait, I told the crew we're stopping after 8 hours, so we're not going to do that.
No, I'm trying to get Rosalina's athletics test.
Oh, oops, sorry, I just got back.
We're just seeing how much fatigue people get.
Yeah. Oh boy. So,
I'm gonna fate point it. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Damn it, it got worse.
Yep.
Oh, that stuff happens.
Calling on your inner reserve. Your inner reserves are empty. So, for those that rolled, you receive degrees of failure in fatigue.
Oof.
So I need to know how much each of one of you got. I see that Lynn got 3 fatigue. Abraxas got 7. No, 6. 6 fatigue. And Rosalina got
7.
No, she got less. She got 5 because it's 4 plus 1. So, as the day draws on, the three of you that aren't augmented, and honestly the rest of the biologicals in here, you can feel a heavy tiredness linger over you as the heat becomes unbearable.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the Kroot and Kroot, we need to stop.
You hear the Kroot that replies to you in its alien tongue. You hear it make a sound as the rest of the Kroot squad gather up and stand in front of the group, waiting.
Gotta rest for tonight. We're not gonna make it. Can't keep going.
We don't have canopy cover.
We can't push on. We don't have the energy to.
The only safe place is the mountainside.
That's
If
it. Strap
we-
us to Tarvok.
The ground might open up and eat you.
Tarvok, can you still move?
I'm perfectly fine.
All right. Those of you that are exhausted, use Tarvok to keep moving.
That
I'm gonna get the
brings you to
Inquisitor up on there first.
Yeah. 4 of you. Actually, how much carrying capacity do you have left, Knight?
834.
Okay. That should be fine, but it's going to be very packed.
Right.
Not Lynn. Aubrey is perfectly fine because she's kept her helmet on this entire time, and her power armor is doing the work for her. So yeah, sister armor is great.
And I look to, as Lynn gets up, I say, do you require sustenance, water, blanket?
Yes. 2 water and not blankets. It's very hot.
So the way I'm seeing is that there's like 2 platforms-ish that on each side of the bookcase that people can sit on.
It's not. Well, that there's also like the platform that is his like lower half, like the platform that he's walking with.
True.
Because he's kind of got his body's kind of in a C motion.
Yeah.
So they can also just like sit on the platform that is his like legs.
All right. So the water cast, the Inquisitor, Lynn, Abraxas, and Rosalina are all sitting
I'm still
down.
walking.
You've taken a lot of fatigue.
You'll die.
Are you sure you don't want to rest?
Damn it.
She dies. She dies.
I'm gonna look over at Rosalina and state simply, Interrogator Lockwood, if you don't get some form of rest, you will die.
And I'm going to look at her and just say, damn. Tarvok, forgive my weakness.
It's not weakness, it's biological limitations. Every creature in this galaxy has them.
Somehow that's not a comfort.
But it is a fact.
Very well.
Come. I can offer you a book to keep your mind relaxed. I have sustenance.
I am actually going to eat one of my ration packs. Does that lower my fatigue?
Yes, it does, by 1.
Also, I have recaf.
What about the best quality ration pack that I have?
Oh, the best quality one lowers it by 2.
I only have 3 fatigue. You know what? I can keep going.
You will take more fatigue by the end of
But I
it.
am going to hang on to Tarvok.
I thought you said you had 5 fatigue.
Yeah, I lowered it by 2 just now.
Yeah, she ate some
Oh.
rations. All right.
Yeah, so... Yeah, and then in that case, Tarvok will nod to the Kroot. Although I will have him make a toughness test just to see if he's like... If it's a... Yeah, he is feeling the weight. It's not affecting him any, but it is like... he is...
He would be hard pressed to do his usual movements with all of these people laden.
Yeah. He's feeling his
Yeah.
palsy setting in,
Huh.
but he will move on.
Rheumatism getting you down.
No, it's more like rheumatism.
Good joke. So, with that, Tarvok trundles on, literally putting the team on his back. I mean, who are you? Brady something? Who's the football player?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, there we go. Get a load of Tom Brady
No,
with me.
I'm not Tom Brady because people appreciate Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Do
Kobe
they, though?
Bryant just died.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Rip?
Who did?
Kobe Bryant?
How old was he?
41, I think.
Ugh.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on swiftly. So, this, with this strange I need a different word for procession. I need a good synonym for it.
Triumvirate.
No, that is definitely not what I'm looking for, because you're not 3 people. So, synonym for procession. Can't believe I'm Googling this. Ooh, motor. I'm going with motorcade, even though there's only one motor here.
no, I will, but Aubrey, I will tell them, Aubrey, keep an eye on the team while I carry them just to make sure that they are sustained and what have you.
Yeah. Aubrey seems to be going to and fro, making sure that everyone is drinking the water that's been doled out.
Yeah.
And generally fuzzing over the rest of the team. So, with that, you finally arrive at the mountainside. As you can see, the terrain start to gradually ascend, I should say. And as you near the roots of the mountain, the Kroot seem to take a turn. Actually, Tarvok would know which direction it is, because magnetic north, and this would be in the southeast direction, as you go by the mountain itself. And before you know it, the Kroot seem to have found something, and they are hacking away at vegetation with their blade staff. Actually, what would you call the spiky thing on the end of the Kroot rifle?
A bayonet.
The bayonet.
Well, I
Perpendicular
guess,
bayonet.
but it looks more closer to a scythe.
Yeah,
But I
it's still a
guess-
bayonet.
Perpendicular
guess.
bayonet.
Fine. They slash away with the bayonets on the end of their guns, and they seem to be very excited.
Tarvok, you're like the only one that can see this right now.
Okay, fair enough. And I say, so what is supposed to be on the other side of this, or on this up this mountain?
The Shaper did not say.
That's why I'm asking them.
Oh, were you close enough?
I mean, I have a pretty loud. No, I guess I wouldn't be.
Well,
How far ahead up they?
they're about, let's say, 30 yards ahead of you. But as soon as you draw closer, you can see that once the Kroot have finished with their hacking and slashing, you can see that there is a cave entrance that they seem to have uncovered.
And am I close enough? As I move up, am I close enough? Getting close enough to the Kroot to talk to?
Yes, you are close enough now.
And I say, "Do you know what's in the cave?"
We do. This is what will help you get off world.
Any indication of what that actually means?
The Shaper was insistent that you find out.
This is a betrayal.
We will wait here.
He thinks back to that Xenos card. Can I scrutinize this guy?
Yes, you can, but you get a -20 because it's a Xenos.
It's worth a shot.
It is. The Kroot, as far as you can tell, the Kroot seem to be, well, as far as your interaction with the Kroot, they don't seem to be capable of lying very much.
That's exactly what they'd want me to think. Okay, and I say, and I will make sure that the team is rested and is getting rest, and I will head forward into the cave. Actually, but as I step in, I'm also going to send my rat up ahead, like my last rat that I had from the house, and send it out, like in a little bit
Indeed,
forward.
it does, and it skitters away, and it disappears immediately as you set it down, as it jumps into the vegetation.
Yeah.
As Tarvok passes by, the rest of the team can see that the Kroot are waiting outside the cave entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
There's what?
Why are they waiting? And I'm gonna let
Close
out
in.
my Sinisians.
All right. So, as you do, you honestly can't feel anything psychic going on. This planet seems to be, thankfully, lacking in any such thing.
I'm gonna hop off of Tarvok vehicle model number.
Rosalina, what are you doing?
My outsider sense is tingling.
Uh-oh.
Alexis?
Alexis,
Exit.
did we lose her?
Hang on, sorry. Discord was being dumb.
Ah, there you go.
I'm
You're
gonna
back.
hop off of Tarvok, walk up next to him, and just say you need a bodyguard. I hope you guys heard that part.
You kind of cut out.
Okay, well, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
I will also go into the cave.
Well, he was bringing everyone, so.
Okay. I'll just whisper to Tarvok. You know, I have heard of things that are beyond biological limitations altogether.
What do you mean?
Constructs similar to the old ones from the Dark Age.
Something like this. And at this point, he will actually show you the neural catalyzer. Not the neural catalyzer, the resonance arc.
That's Necron stuff, right?
That is correct.
That is correct.
I'll look at it and nod and say, so you've also seen them.
No, I got this from Kamara.
Pray that you
Sorry.
Pray that you never do. Their weaponry flays you apart atom by atom.
Victor, can I reference this with firing it at the jet bikes? Is this pretty much what happened?
No, that is not what happened with this device.
Ooh, fair enough.
So
But he will
she
keep
is
this then.
indicating she is talking about something else. However, I'm going to move this. There you go.
Oh, geez. Welcome. We're in the land before time.
Alright, this cave looks familiar.
It may be from something, but I don't know what.
I'm gonna draw my sword and stand next to Tarvok. Clench my hand that's in pain. Shall we proceed?
As you move through the cave system, you find that it twists and turns with a plethora of dead ends strewn about. But you seem to be making good speed as you move along. Finally, you can see on your along the left side wall, there seems to be a cleft in the rock, and whoever is who is taking point right now?
I assume it's me and Tarvok.
No.
Fair enough.
I see what
Technically, it's the rat.
Technically, yes, but I'm going to say that it is busy checking out other things. So, with that, Rosalina, as you see this cleft in the rock, you notice the telltale signs of machinery.
Tarvok, is this Imperial?
I'm going to look at it. Victor, what do I need to roll? Tech use, common lores. What do we got?
This would be a common lore. This would be a Forbidden Lore Xenos test.
I might insta pass it.
You insta pass it indeed.
Oh, it's rat cool.
This is this is not Imperial. And if you were to, take a closer look with that fate point spent, I can tell you exactly what it is once you're inside.
Yeah, we will move closer. And he said, "I'm going to go examine it real quick. Cover my back, okay?"
Of course.
At this point, he's like, "Do you have all your guns and stuff, right?"
Yeah, I have my Inferno pistol on my side, my other sword on my side. My left hand is free, and my other hand is holding Lioness, drawn and powered, as well as having my Brazier of Holy Fire lit.
Fair enough. Just making sure that I'm just making sure I don't have any more of your gear. I think I only have your multigun. And I will move forward as she covers my back.
So, as Tarvok is barely able to squeeze through the cleft in the wall, he has to pull himself in to try and fit. But with some amount of effort, he is able to get into the cavernous space that is on the other side. And as you look around, it becomes clear, a moment of revelation comes over you as you finally realized how the Kroot got here. You are standing inside of a landed war sphere.
Yes. Sorry, that was John, not Tarvok.
Damn it, John.
And at this point, he will get on the comms, Rosalina Lockwood.
What?
They have given us access to a Kroot warsphere. One of the Kroot's natural starfaring vehicle.
How did these barbarians have a starfaring vehicle? Whatever.
How do the orcs have plenty of spacefaring vehicles?
I assume everybody was waiting, outside. Or they just kind of were on Tarvok.
Yeah.
They
Pretty
well,
much.
I'm gonna say that Tarvok went inside by his lonesome, and everyone else was waiting next to Rosalina.
A war sphere. And I'm gonna look at Lynn and just say, explain.
Do I have to roll a Forbidden Lore Xenos?
No, Tarvok has already figured it out. You just have to tell Rosalina about stuff. I
I'll
honestly,
explain it to her.
I need to check Lexicana for this because I honestly don't know much about these myself. I know they exist.
Do you
Let's
though?
see, Kroot War Sphere. Let's just. I'm gonna give. Do you mind if I talk through you, Mope?
Go for it.
Let's see. The War
Use the
Sphere.
most verbose and technical terminology possible, please.
All right. The War Sphere is the last vestige of power and advancement of the Kroot prior to their move away from technology. Each War Sphere resembled two ringed city domes cut from the planet's surface and welded on either side of a massive spindle. They are effectively flying towns comprising a central section primarily housing a main warp engine and outer sections with maneuvering thrusters. While the engines are reliable, they're also quite poor power output, making War Spheres extremely slow. However, they are sufficiently powerful enough to enable planetary landings. Once on the surface, the thrusters are often used to bury the war sphere, presumably to enable it to revert to its role as a traditional town. War spheres are fairly rare, and so will only be deployed in situations where the Kroot are getting substantial payment or bonus. When traveling, the Kroot have no difficulty using warp drives unlike the Tau, though how they do this is unknown to the Tau. They appear to have natural affinity to navigating towards the inhabitable planet, almost like a sixth sense.
Oh no, the space opera.
Do you
Oh, wait,
know
that's
what's
the
really
fifth
funny
element.
about this? I honestly didn't know this before I read this.
Why didn't you read?
Well, it turns out I nailed it, you butt.
You're a
Anyway,
butt.
the only problem is we don't know how to pilot this thing. Also, we'd get shot down in Imperial space as soon as it gets seen.
Oh no, this thing isn't going anywhere. There's a mountain on top of it.
That's it. Get the pickaxe.
I do have a las cutter.
You do, but you're gonna need at least an Arc Mechanicus full of people if you want to do anything about this.
I say, Rosalina, go back. If you do us the favor while I stay here and keep an eye on things. Tell the Kroot we got your surprise. Now explain it.
If you want to roll a logic with a -20, you can try. Figure it out.
Okay. Logic -20. Here we go.
I fate point auto succeed.
Oof.
Oh my god, I'm smart.
Do you want to save the fate point, Mope?
Yeah, I'll save the fate point.
Alright. So, Rosalina, you realize that if the war sphere is in any working condition, there might be communication equipment on it that would be powerful enough to reach somewhere into orbit. Well, not orbit, into the void even.
Tarvok, locate whatever commands this vessel. It may have some type of communication equipment. I'm pretty sure you could tap into it and use it to seek out
Rescue.
a rescue.
Indeed.
And at minimum, it's safer accommodations than the surface.
Also
That is
true.
true.
Dearest Lynn, would you care to join me in an expedition into a Xenos space?
We'd have to bring along the Inquisitor.
She would come along too.
Well, I point down on my lower platform where she's probably resting.
Yeah, then I will.
Rosalina, would you like to join us?
Somebody needs to guard this place.
Indeed. You may wish to inform the Kroot that we are setting up.
What do I need to roll to check if they're... Because there's probably, honestly, if it's open to us, then I don't think it's a leap of logic to realize that, yeah, of course, there's going to be other stuff in here.
Actually, do you say that sort of in character?
I mean, if Biggie allows it.
Yeah, I would allow it.
Okay, then I'm just going to say, it's best if we stick together. We don't know what else has come into this thing.
Abraxas, stay with Tarvok. Lynn, I will stay with you.
Mm.
Oh, one last thing before we do this. Victor, can I check, just double check, have my rat check the entrance to make sure there's no goddamn explosives at the end?
Sure. No test needed. Excuse me. No test needed. There is none.
So this isn't a setup.
Why would you think that?
Because they're Xeno, and the cards told me.
That is true.
And it's because it's what I would do.
No, you don't find any explosives anywhere.
Or any
I wish
form
I had my
of
2 servo skulls with me. Those would come in handy right now.
They would, but you're trying to get back to them.
I wish I had any equipment at all.
Oh.
You have your brain.
That's actually the most powerful tool of all.
Aha.
And a couple iron hands.
They help.
Also, wash your hands.
So, wait.
Aubrey
So
will
who's?
stick with me. The Inquisitor
so
will
what-
go with Tarvok.
So, are you splitting up inside the war sphere, or?
Yeah, I assume that was the plan.
No, I don't think that's the plan. I think we should stick together. I'm sticking with Tarvok and the Inquisitor.
So, splitting up or no?
I'm sticking with Tarvok.
Alright, I guess we're sticking together.
Alrighty. So,
Got that fatigue.
Tarvok, since... Does anyone here have Navigate Surface?
Well, yes, I do.
You as well.
Oh my god, I do too.
I will assist somebody.
Alright, who wants to roll and who wants to assist?
I rolled
I
a
rolled-
10 out of 53.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. There you go. So,
Oh yeah.
as you walk through the Kroot War Sphere, find that it seems to be divided into sections with walkways and gantries moving in between them. And Rosalina is able to, well, thanks to her hive world nature, is able to get a good sense of this buried structure. And before you know it, you move into the midsection of the ship, which happens to be the spindle in between the two halves. And once there, you find that there seems to be some sort of command station, for the lack of a better term.
Victor, can I roll awareness to find, an armory or any type of cultural significant items?
Well, you can attempt either one of those, but you're going to have to choose. Which one do you want to look for?
Let's go with... you know what? I'm going with cultural significance.
All right. Ooh, you made it. So, one of the rooms that you pass seems to have a wall that is mounted with nothing but skulls. But none of them are human. All of them are different form of Xenos. You even recognize what appears to be an orc skull. And do you step inside?
I want to roll awareness to see if there's any traps first.
With your awareness, you made enough degrees to see that no, this does not seem to be a trapped room.
Then yeah, I'll walk in.
So, once inside, you get a closer look at the collection of skulls, and you can see that each and every one of them, on top of what is the forehead, or the equivalent, seems to have something inscribed on it. You are, well, I can just tell from the linguistics you have, you are unable to read what is inscribed on these foreheads.
Don't understand this. Okay. But interesting. Any paintings or any type of like, I assume they're like Native Americans, so that they would have like drums and all sorts of other things that are significant to their culture.
In here, the only thing that on the wall facing you, there's the aforementioned skull collection, but to the sides, you can see strange woven circles.
Interesting. Inquisitor Farnoff, can you come to me real quick?
What is it?
I am unaware of what type of trophies I'm looking at. Perhaps you could shed some light on this?
A few moments later, and Farnoff shows up. She takes a look. My. These Kroot seem to have quite the collection. You see her trace the inscription on the skulls with her finger.
What is it?
They seem to be names. If I had to guess, I would say that whoever made the kill got to show the bragging rights from in here.
Interesting.
Farnoff seems to take an extra interest in the orc skull.
How big is the orc skull?
That's that's what's coming next. It's, well, easily. Let's see. I'm trying to think in American measurements. So
Okay, how many hands is it?
His hands.
1, 2. From the
By the
bottom
way,
of
hands
it.
are an actual unit of measurement in America. They're used to measure horses.
Yeah, well, I am using my own hand, which happens to be bigger than some. I have big hands. Let's see. On my hand, let's go with from the bottom of its jaw and to the top of the skull, 3 hands. This thing.
Damn.
This orc skull seems to have been absolutely massive. And you can even tell, upon closer examination, that there seems to be holes drilled into the bottom of the jaw. But whatever was there...
That's one of their chieftains, isn't it?
Yes, judging from the size, it must have been a warbuzz of some significant size.
The indents on the bottom jaw indicate some type of crude bionic.
Yes, although the Kroot seem to have removed it. They probably didn't want it messing up their trophy.
Well, let's get back. We can study this later.
Agreed. And with that, you finally arrive at what you assume to be the command station, the bridge of the Kroot War Sphere. And it has a very different setup from Imperial ships. Unlike the very much forward-facing bridges of Imperial ships, this one seems to be a layer of concentric circle, with each and every one going lower down.
Tarvak, have you figured out any of this communication equipment?
All right. So I'm guessing while they were doing that, we found the command hovel, command hobbit hole, driver's seat.
The command ring seems to be the closest thing. There doesn't seem to be any seats.
I brought my own.
Fair enough. So, Tarvak, I need you to roll a tech use with a -30. Actually,
So
no, that's not true.
Because I have I have Master of Hidden Lores.
That is true. So it's not a -30, it's a -10.
And does my combi tool come into play?
Not in this case. No, you're just trying to figure this out.
I'm just going to use mastery. Oh, wait, is this to understand it or to use it? Like,
This is
I
to
need to know
understand. This is to figure out what everything is, so you can attempt to.
Lynn, could you assist me with this? Help me understand these devices.
Yep, I'll assist you.
So it is a flat 0. Alrighty. So as Tarvak skitters about, and Lynn, thank you. As Tarvak skitters about and Lynn follows closely behind, you are able to identify the majority of the rings of the war sphere. The top one seems the outermost circle appears to be the scanning ring, for lack of a better descriptor. It seems to be where they I am blanking hard. I'm trying to say auspex, but it's not an auspex.
A Kroot specs.
A Kroot specs. There we go.
Burb specs.
And the second layer appears to control the weaponry. The third layer appears to be communications, and the center seems to be the controls for the ship itself.
All right. So,
and just to add into before it gets asked, everything seems to be lacking power. It seems the Kroot may have powered down their ship when they left it here.
Okay.
Tarvak's gonna start rubbing his temple and say, "Could someone go get the Kroot and have them explain how this stuff works?"
Yes.
Well, you could try. Well, that's the thing. You already made the tech use test. You, in theory, could operate this.
Right. So Alexis is going to go talk to the Kroot for extra help, just to get some extra help, so that way we don't, end up self-destructing the damn thing. But do we have an idea of which thingamadoodle handles communication?
Yes, the third concentric ring. Well, I say third from the outside in. It's the third.
I say, I look to Lynn and say, "Would you like to stay here and look around?" Which will ring.
Again, I think it's a poor idea for any of us to split apart. We don't know what's residing inside this thing now.
That is true. All right, and we're going to head to the third consensual ring.
Abraxas, will you accompany me real quick?
All right. And I'll just hop off Tarvak.
Lynn, I apologize if this seems a bit rude, but I am going to go and fetch the Kroot.
It doesn't seem rude at all. Just don't get yourself killed.
That is not my intention.
I doubt it's anyone's intention who ends up dead.
Keep him alive.
I'll do what I can.
Tarvak holds up a finger to interject, but just kind of slumps his shoulder.
Very well. Let's go, Abraxas.
All right.
So, with Rosalina and Abraxas retracing their steps, they easily enough find their way back into the cave system, and wouldn't you know it, at the near the cave's entrance, they find the Kroot. They seem to be sitting about, waiting. All of them look towards the two of you as you emerge.
Kroot, did you know what was in there?
Yes?
Do you know how to operate that thing?
We do, but we have instructions not to go near it.
Interesting. Why is that?
Shaper Anuk told us.
Guess they don't want us finding out too much about it.
How do you activate the power core?
Brr.
And I'm going to point to his rifle and point to the thing that's actually the cartridge. How do you power it? The sphere. And I'm actually holding up my hands in a vague attempt to describe it.
We are not old enough from when the sphere came.
So you know not how to operate it.
Anuk is the last living member who knows. He told us it was here, and that it helps us get off-world. That is it. We use it, or let others use it, to summon travel.
Summon travel. You kept your power underground. I think I know where it is. Can I roll a logic test for this?
Sure. I honestly don't know what you're up to.
Ah, neither do I. You know what? I'm going to spend a fate and re-roll it.
All right.
Hmm.
There you go.
My logic is...
What's the big idea?
So from where their commander was, they kept their power sources far below them.
That's true.
If their society built a ship, it would build it much similar to this. So the power couplings, the power source of this of the sphere would be on the lowest level.
True, but where would the lowest level be if it's a circle?
Well, the center of the sphere doesn't change.
No, but it is two halves of a circle, and the spindle in the middle seems to be the one where the command circle is.
I gotta take a look at this real quick for the war sphere.
That's the thing. There isn't any more information that I can go basing this on, because there is no.
Yeah, the war sphere has a pretty big centerpiece.
It does, but I honestly don't think that's where their power is. Like, if I had to guess, I would honestly say that it's on these outside of the two spheres, of the two half spheres.
You have two power sources.
Yeah, if I had to guess, but a lot of this is based on guessing, so
I think it's in the center.
Maybe.
It's the most protected area from the sides.
That is true, but where would it be?
Underneath the command station.
I can't really disagree because I don't know.
Yeah, so with that, I'm going to nod to the crew, and I'm going to start heading back to the vessel itself.
Right.
Can I roll navigate surface for start exploring the ship?
Yes, you can. This will wait to to see if you get lost or not.
And +10 for Abraxas.
Does Abraxas have navigate surface?
I do not.
Oh, damn
No.
it. Abraxas, your butt.
Damn it, White.
I get asked to my own house.
Oh boy. Would you like to re-roll that?
I can't. I'm out of fate points.
Oh,
Oof.
oh, butts.
But that's
So,
dangerous.
that is dangerous. So, as Rosalina and Abraxas start exploring the war sphere, they get turned around one too many times and get lost. So,
Yeah.
yay. Meanwhile, while that is happening, Tarvok and Lynn are still inspecting the third concentric circle of the command sphere. I'm really just throwing words around here.
Works. I'm immersed.
Yeah. Well, here's the there is one thing that Tarvok could try, and he could try to power up to try and jumpstart it from here.
I could. And the risk would be more to me than it would be to the ship, correct?
That is true. If you were to fail the toughness test badly enough, then yeah, you might do damage to yourself.
That's a reroll.
Yep.
That's even worse.
Oh boy. So, Tarvok is able to find the main communications bank, and after some fidgeting with the combi tool, he is able to crack open the casing. And he can see where the power supply leads in from the leads in up from the floor, and as you hook it up, and as you grab the two, and as you grab the cabling with two of your hands and light up the
One of my.
luminance
Oh wait,
capacitor.
I don't think I'd be able to do this because I only have one.
Oh, well, fair enough. One of your hands. Oh yeah, that's right. One of them got
Yeah,
chopped off.
Yeah, one of them's like I don't think I could even attempt it because I don't have the power for it. Like the conduit.
Whether or not you could, you did make the roll.
That's
Okay.
true.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Should I take?
Right. So, well, you grab on it with your remaining luminant capacitor, and attempting to jolt this thing awake, you get a horrific feedback as the motive force travels back up your arm, and you take, let's see, roll for me a d5. Ouch! 5 fatigue.
All right. Well, I will inject recap to remove one of.
All right, let's see if it works.
And it
Roll.
works on the first time. It just means if I can do it again.
That's right. Once you try and do it again, you get a minus 20, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't do it again.
Yeah. All right. So nothing happens on the second one.
Yeah, did Rosalina get back to us about the power system?
No, not yet.
She has not done so yet. Although the sphere isn't. Would the sphere interfere with the combeats?
It is a
think it would.
huge war engine.
That is true.
Well, I would be using my box equipment.
Even then.
Fair enough.
Actually, yes. Once she's inside, I'm guessing you're sending out like periodic attempts to talk to her.
Yeah, like just every 20 minutes out, just to make sure she's still alive.
Right. After the first one, you hear nothing. Most likely, she's still talking to the Kroot at that point. But the second one, you do indeed catch a faint signal, and Rosalina, you too can hear Tarvok attempting to reach you.
Rosalina, this is Tarvok. Are you here?
What do you need?
Able to secure the location and access equipment to activate the power of the wolf.
Maybe. I'm a little bit... I thought I knew where it was, but I'm a little lost in here. Abraxas and I are trying to find a way to it.
Are you lost?
Not lost. I know where we are. It's just I don't know where. No,
Send me
I
your
am not lost.
send me your location, then I can send my vermin to escort you.
Your vermin must keep watch on the outside of the ship. We haven't figured out how to seal the door yet.
At this point, Tarvok will rub his forehead and say, "Very well. If you need assistance, please let me know, okay?"
Yes, of course. Rosalina out.
Seems we all have our limitations.
Tarvok's eye will switch to red for a moment before switching back to its standard blue and say, "Indeed. If I had both access to both of my hands, I think I could have done it, but we must wait for them to activate the power before we can send out the communication."
Alright, I'm gonna roll navigate surface again and try to find this place.
Alrighty.
I'll look over at Tarvok and say, "Ilbal Tavarius, would you care for a game of Regicide?
Indeed.
Please make the opening move." I'm gonna fate point honest succeed with 6 degrees. I'm sorry, I'm so mean.
That,
Oh my god,
that
Sorry,
is
I'm so dirty.
Nope. Nope. You can't auto succeed intelligence.
It's a logic test for Regicide.
No, it is an
Yes,
intelligence.
it is. It's a logic test.
Really?
Yeah, it's logic. We've done this before. It's logic.
In that case, well, Mope,
I'm sorry, I've been thinking about this for a while, mate.
to be
Oh,
fair,
wow.
I also got 6 degrees of success.
Boy,
5 degrees plus the 1 for succeeding, right?
you got 3 degrees. Oh wait, 4 degrees.
Unnatural intelligence.
See, I rolled a
And-
19 on 80, so
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a 9. So like you would have gotten a 19 out of an 80.
correct.
Okay, well then I'm not going to use the fate points. I can't beat you.
Oh,
Well, you can roll and try and beat.
Why do you have an 80?
Because he has maxed out logic.
Oh, okay.
50 intelligence, yeah.
No, I don't beat you.
Oh, you can damn.
So it's a close game though. Like I'm down to my
No, you
last
trashed me.
piece.
What are you talking about? You got like 17 more degrees of success than me. You utterly trashed.
okay.
Sorry.
This does remind me of the tech priest from Beast Arises, who keeps playing Regicide against the last remaining Imperial Fist, and he keeps asking the Imperial Fist if he should turn off his cogitator.
Well, meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
the Legion of
Rosalina.
Doom.
Uh-oh.
So,
Abraxas.
What?
It's this way.
Yeah. And then, like, before Rosina walks ahead, he kind of grabs her shoulder to stop her for a second. He's like, "Before we head back, I have a question for you, Rosalina.
What?
The smart one, Lynn. What do you think of her?"
She knows too much for her own good. But she's utility. She's sort of equivalent to Tarvok, but hell, I would never want to get into a fight with her.
She does worry me. For you see, Rosalina, with likes of you, Tarvok, even the Inquisitor to an extent, it's pretty blatant what worries you. You know what strikes your nerves. But I could never exploit that Lynn girl. Her emotions, they're like a fortress. I can't glean anything from her.
She's an inquisitorial acolyte. She is very well trained. My retinue, what's left of it, is not as well trained as Hers. I will have to be stricter if I am made Inquisitor.
Oh. That's what you desire?
What I desire is irrelevant. Why do you ask these questions?
I'm curious. I'm just. Stuff to say, I'm trying to plan ahead a bit. Because yes, you may have scooped me up from, what was it, Kamara, and now we're on this planet, but what happens after? If I recall, you're very eager to lay me in with the penitents.
You've proven your worth.
Hmm.
It will work for me, if nothing else.
How?
Unless you don't desire that, in which case I'll take those memories from you and return you to whatever job you had prior.
Oh, I don't think you'd want that.
And why is
I-
that?
I told you what I've been up to right before I ended up in the Dark City,
Oh.
where you're so eager to call me tainted.
I know of one that might be able to help you with that.
Oh,
A saint.
a saint? Can't help someone much if you're dead.
That is why I don't intend to die here.
He was referring to the saint.
Yeah, like
The saint's not dead.
You didn't specify living.
I assumed I didn't have to specify that.
You kind of
Alexis,
have to
you do
because
know that meaning the saint involves someone being dead. That's why
Minor
living.
details.
You're a butt.
Alright.
the reason they're called living saints because saints are
They're
normally
living
dead.
saints.
Whatever. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna just look at him and just say, her name is Taya. She resides on a... Where does she reside?
Well, last you saw her, she was on Asuar, though you are unsure if she's gone somewhere else or not.
Okay. Last place she was Asuar. I do wish to pay her a visit after I get everything back.
You speak as if she's still walks among the living, but you said that she's a saint.
This one does.
How'd you manage that?
I'm unsure. We don't have time. My flames will burn out soon, and all I have is the glow of a power sword.
Fair, fair.
And as you speak those words, you finally arrive in a larger chamber with power conduits strewn about the surface, hanging like vines, and all around you can see the heavy duty plasma generators that would no doubt be not be out of place on a Tau homeworld.
This looks promising.
That it does. And I'm going to turn back on my microbead. Tarvak, can you hear me?
This is Tarvok.
I think we found it.
Good. Get it up and running.
I'll do my best.
And please don't break it.
No promises.
All right. Now, does either of you have tech use?
Yes.
All right. I am going to allow Rosalina to describe what she's seeing, and that way Tarvak can assist.
Okay. I don't think with an 81 that I fail no matter what.
Oh, right. I didn't see that.
What?
You Failed with only 3. Okay, so it's not more than that. That could have been bad.
Tarvok, there's a mess of wires here. Some look like they've been eaten through.
I see. Lynn, would you like to accompany me down there?
I see no reason not to.
Indeed. And he will offer a position on his bookcase to carry her if she wishes.
Okie dokie, I'll get up on that.
Right.
Mm.
Your entourage, that being Aubrey, Farnoff, and the Tau,
Oh
are
yeah, I
going
keep forgetting
to.
the Tau's here.
Yeah, they're going to wait in the command circle. So
I will toss her a gun
which
just in
one?
case.
The resonance arc.
No, that's actually a good question. I'll give her one of my, not my phosphorus window. I'll give her my stub pistol. My stub,
Fair enough.
both of them.
She takes both of them. Checks the cylinder, then pops it back into place.
Yes, there are 6 shots in each. There are 6 shots in each. Man, stop around. Save one for yourself.
She glances over at the Tau, but says nothing.
And as we're walking, I do offer Lynn some recaf to help remove the fatigue of the day.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It is a for Elise roast, so it's probably got a lot of like fragrant herbs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very a hint of fruitiness to it.
Indeed, and we make our way. Do we need to roll navigate surface, or do we just kind of follow like? I guess we can't really follow a electronic trail, so I guess
can't really navigate. So yeah, you have to.
I'm gonna look at Abraxas while my comms are off. Does Lynn scare you?
Yes. Yes, she does.
You weren't scared while facing the Drukhari.
I know the Drukhari. I don't know Lynn.
Interesting. What about myself? What if I were to turn my blade on you?
That would be quite interesting, though. To be fair, I think I'm a bit quicker on the draw. And also, as fine you are with the sword, your technique is slightly clumsy in places. As if you're constantly trying to mimic people that are a bit more suited for this than yourself. I may given time, you could prove much more capable. I mean, you're already capable, but you know what I mean. But like, look, you have visible weaknesses inside and outward, while Lynn, as I said, I haven't.
Plain to me. What is my weakness?
Well, let's see. For one,
Do you want to? Here's the thing: if you want to to quote unquote diagnose that, to diagnose that technique, I'm going to have to ask you to roll weapon skill.
All right, that's fair.
Would you like to fate?
Yeah, I have full fate points. I'll do that.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. So, what is it about Rosalina's technique that she's doing wrong?
Well, like out of character, I'm just trying to glean here. So like she's constantly trying to mimic Eldar, Kroot, and such. Like she kept trying to mimic the Drukhari.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know how to word it. So like back in the arena when you were chasing that one Drukhari all over the place, trying to mimic what she was doing, despite her being just so much quicker than you. And also with the Kroot, the way they leap about the trees, even though their legs are much differently structured than ours. You keep trying to fight like things that your body simply isn't capable of ever truly mimicking. As a result, you slip.
It's quick enough to catch 2 of my friends. Or 2 of my allies.
Fair. Like I said, you might find a way to, catch up in time, but until then, I call you clumsy.
You think my technique clumsy?
I know your technique clumsy.
I'm gonna turn my sword towards him. Do you care to make a wager on that?
What do you have in mind?
And I'm gonna power down my sword. When we have time, a sparring match.
I look forward to it.
And I assume
So-
as soon as that we power everything down, they do find us.
Yes. Once you Rosalina puts Lioness away, Tarvok and Lynn show up.
I'll nod my head to both.
I honestly, most of you probably have a better idea of this than me because I haven't played Dawn of War 1 in forever. But think of the Tau plasma generators.
Mm-hmm.
So think of them just like columns in rows along this chamber.
Len, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do Kroot, as we humans have dedicated pilots, does a certain caste or tribe or what have you operate these things, or how does one determine who operates these ships in Kroot society?
I'm going to assume that it's just they get trained for it, right? Like they have
Out of
careers similar.
character, it's the Vulture Kindred that do it.
Oh, okay. Then I'll tell you that.
He notes, he writes that down. So, shall we take a look at this generator and hopefully get off this damnable?
Off to our next misadventure.
Indeed, I'm
Silence,
growing.
Corporal.
And as we're going, looking over this, Tarvok just kind of rubs his head, saying, "I'm getting so weary of this.
Excuse me.
So weary." And he shakes it off.
I'm gonna look over at you and say, "Why? You seem to handle it without any effort at all."
He looks at her and says, "Physically, yes, but my soul, every step I take, my soul feels aflame.
Your soul. I'm gonna look you up and down and say, I think if you had a concern for that, you wouldn't be in the state you're in.
Ha!
And he takes a moment, and out of his last remaining physical eye, a tear begins to well up and slides across what's left of his radiated, burned face.
Mm-hmm.
Your words cut deeper than any blade. It is true, though. I have made myself a monster because I am afraid and weak.
I wouldn't say a monster. A monster implies that you're something to be feared. Do you think you should be feared, Baltavarius Tarvok?
There are those who do fear me. The pain I have caused for the worldly gains.
But it seems that you considered it worth it at the time to trade the spiritual for the physical.
And as we sit here on a world shrouded by death, in front of devices of alien, looking to Rosalina, fighting the demon, looking to Abraxas, fighting the heretic. I begin, my soul burns, and the price I pay is starting to weigh on me. And at this whole time, his eye's been a deep violet purple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And he
just gonna look
says,
at Lynn and look at Tarvok and just look back at Abraxas. And just say this under my breath to Abraxas. Just be like, out of all of us, I think you're the most sane.
So
That's a
if that's the
joke, by the
case,
way.
and with that, his eye switches back to blue and says, "So, shall we?" He kind of looks around and says, "Shall we get to work on this device?"
If you think it's prudent and appropriate.
Well, we must get off this rock some way. Sorry, I lose myself sometimes.
Very
So-
well. We have a few power couplings broken over here. That needs attention first.
So, roll me attack use to fix those.
I'm just gonna insta pass it.
Alrighty. Was that your last fate point?
I don't think so. Oh yes. Actually, no. I'm not gonna fate point it because I think we're pretty much solid. Because it's an unfamiliar device, so I get a plus 20, right?
Yeah.
Len, do you have tech use?
Wait,
Yeah.
do you have Forbidden Lord Xenos Kroot?
Not.
Then it doesn't apply because you need the Forbidden Lore to get the plus 20.
Okay, fair enough.
So, do you want to fate point it then to guarantee it?
With Rosalina and her helping me, I think we're fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. There was a 1 in 100 chance that you messed that up, but you didn't.
And I want to save that for actually sending the message.
All right. So, as Tarvok patches up the power couplings, he instructs the rest of you on how to operate the power generators, plasma generators, I should say. And they are simple enough to operate, requiring only a few button presses and the pull of a few levers. And before you know it, the entire chamber is bathed in a blue glow as you can hear the humming of the plasma generators.
I can taste cancer.
Yes, you can.
Lynn, what fuel source do these ships use?
I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb here and assume it's probably some sort of nuclear reaction.
Yeah.
We should all get out of here. I'm not sure how well shielded these things are.
Some type of fissionable material is the closest thing I can answer.
I thought you said fissionable, so I thought there was just like a largemouth bass in the reactor.
No, he means fissionable.
jeez.
Fissionable.
So yeah, we should probably get out of here.
But, yeah, probably hydrogen fuel.
Yeah.
Or not hydrogen fuel, helium fuel. Well, actually, fusion material would be better, so probably is hydrogen.
Yes, we should probably leave. I don't know how well the blast shielding on these things are, if there is any.
I'm gonna look over at you and say, well, can you check the radiation levels on your aspect?
I can, and I check the Geiger counter, the HR Geiger counter on my Auspex.
It shows
go ahead
aliens.
and leave the room.
I'm kidding. What it does show is that it shows that the background radiation has gone up slightly. The only but it is, you would have to stay in here for days before you started feeling any of the effects. It's less than an X-ray.
No.
What was that, White? You cut out?
I just said no use starting now.
Ah.
You are correct, Len. The blast shielding makes the X-ray, the background radiation, minute at best.
Then we will die at then we will be irradiated at no more than a regular.
Indeed, or eating food at a Dusolium bar. Have you?
So, go ahead.
I was going to ask Lynn, have you ever been to Dusolium?
I have been on several occasions.
A colleague of ours, Polonia, she hated it. She hated the wondrous view of the machinery and the smell of enterprise.
Talia Polonia. I'm gonna think for a few minutes. I've never been to Forelise. I can understand someone being spoiled by such scenery, though.
I guess it's Polonia and Zathor now, isn't it? Or by now.
I'm gonna think about it for a moment and say, well, the records haven't been updated.
Indeed.
Don't worry, if the administratum grinds on the way it does, it should be updated in about 100 years.
Yeah, right? Like in like 60 years, a little bit like, yes, now you're Talia and Sephora.
Yeah,
The marriage license finally went through.
Lord. And at this point, he does make note of that and says, although looking back, I do regret not taking in the natural beauties of Forelise. There is something to be said for it, as he keeps moving.
Your interrogator probably hasn't observed much of it herself. There is definitely something to natural life and how the ever-flowing tides of change can lead it into such a perfected form. But ultimately, it is weaker than, well, what we can engineer.
True. Although I think she took in some natural beauty, if not for the environments, then for the nature of communication. She negotiated our way out of a standout with Eldari.
Curious. Such creatures are extremely difficult to negotiate with. Their motives are almost impossible to predict. Their logic simply does not line up with our own.
And yet, we were both able to escape, to leave the area without harm coming to any of us.
As I said, they are unpredictable. They are as likely to help as they are to attack.
Indeed. Such abnormalities seem to be more frequent these days.
Let us move up to the comm station and get off this rock.
To that I am agreed.
So, you make your way back to the command circles. And you can see now that the various banks strewn all over the concentric circles have lit up with the blue and green glows of the lights that are dotted all over them. And, wouldn't you know it, Tarvok is easily able to... Actually, Tarvok, with help from Lynn, because she can read the Kroot language, and she instructs him, Tarvok, on the linguistic aspect, while Tarvok operates the communications equipment. So, Tarvok, you are able to change the frequency to scan the bandwidth that covers most Imperial Navy, that most Imperial Navy vessels use.
And as we're doing this, I am going to look to Rosalina and Farnoff and say, by which authority will I be acquiring rescue?
Farnoff looks over at Rosalina and looks back to Tarvok and says, mine.
So, permission to use Inquisitorial authority?
Hold on. Farnoff actually goes into her body glove and pulls out what appears to be her rosette. It is slightly different in look from Rosalina, while sharing the tribard eye and the skull of the Inquisition. It does have a grouping of 4 swords sticking out at the cardinal points, which happens to be different. The biggest similarity between the one that Rosalina has and the one Farnov has is the blue color, which seems to be highlighted in the same locations. Farnov hands you over the rosette and says, "Here, if you can plug this in somehow." She looks confused at the Kroot communications equipment. If you can send the data that is, if you can send the authorizations codes that are implanted in my rosette, you should have absolutely no problem. And
Okay.
by the throne, if they make any, I'll see to it that they'll serve as arcoflagellants.
I'm gonna
Indeed.
pull out my rosette and just stare at it for a moment, comparing it.
Yes, yours seems to have a different version. It has a lightning bolt. The skull that you have has a lightning bolt down the center of it, like behind it. So it would be from the top and at the bottom.
And so, just for the final confirmation, both Rosalina and Farnov. So, when sending out this communique, I will not be under any alias.
No alias.
Far enough shakes her head.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna spend my last fate point, and let's make this magic work.
All right. So
Magic
with
twerk.
that, God damn it.
We're ready to twerk.
So as Tarvok cycles through the various frequencies and boosts the communications equipment as much as he can, you find what appears to be an Imperial Navy frequency, and you can actually hear chatter coming through it. This is unusual. Unusual in the sense that normally you shouldn't be able to listen in on these kinds of things.
Right, without a data leech.
Yeah, comm leech, yes.
Comment, which
You do have, but I doubt you're using that now.
No. Do I have? Is there an input device like a microphone or something resembling an input device?
No, there isn't. But you're able to hook. But you are able to hook into it. Do you have an MIU?
I do.
Yeah, you're able to modify your mind impulse unit enough so that you can yourself act as a conduit between the Kroot communication device and and the rest of the group.
It also doubles as a shiv.
That too.
That's a
So you hear on the other side what appears to be bridge chatter, but not of the human crew. It's the servitors that are talking between each other. The thing you were picking up on.
So, can I patch in through one of the servitors? Like, kind of.
Yes, you can.
Using the Inquisitorial Authority, I'm guessing? The Inquisitorial Master Code?
Yes, it seems you're getting access to stuff that you're normally not used to getting access to.
Do I have
although there seems to be some, what's the word I'm looking for?
delay?
There seem to be some unexpected outcomes that are happening, no doubt due to the jury-rig nature and the Xenos technology that you're currently using.
And can Tarvok get access to the intercoms?
Yes, he can.
At this point, he says, "Attention, attention. This is Baltavarius Tarvok, representing Inquisitorial Authority. Come in. I repeat, this is Baltavarius Tarvok, representing Inquisitorial Authority. Come in."
There is a slight delay. The servitors keep chatting between themselves as if they've noticed nothing. But after a few moments, you hear, "This is Master of Vox. Aaron Sorkin. Can I... Who is this?
Again, this is Archfabricator Dominus Baltivarius Tarvok, representing Inquisitor Rosalina Lockwood and Inquisitor Farnoth. And we are requesting assistance. This is a Mayday situation.
Please transfer inquisitorial codes. There seems to be a hesitation in this man's voice.
Transferring. And I transfer the codes from Farnoth's Osarius.
You hear... It seems that Master of the Vox Sorkin seems to be... He seems to have laxed in his Vox protocol, as you can hear a printout coming out from nearby, and someone ripping it off and approaching him. You can hear him mumbling something under his breath, and as he goes back to the Vox and says, "We are receiving. This is the patrol ship Blade of Purity. Where are you broadcasting this from?"
The device is none of your is classified. We are stranded on the planet Yanth.
That there seems to the longer this conversation seems to go on, the more confused this Master of the Vox seems to be. But
his name's Sortkin. Of course he's confused.
Yeah, well, that's that. You hear as the Master of the Vox seems to be bumbling through, you hear another voice coming on. I actually need... Crap, I need a random name. Can someone give me a name?
Oh, yes.
Darrell Jones.
Steve.
I'll take Durrell.
Darrell Jones,
Damn.
detective,
I'm not going to use Jones.
playboy, extraordinaire.
Alexis, give me another name.
Huh? Oh, let's pick up one of these random guys and go with Sinker.
This is Captain Durrell Sinclair. To whom am I speaking?
For the umpteenth time. This is Archfabricator Dominus Baltivarius Tarvok, representing Inquisitorial authority of Farnoth and Lockwood.
Yes, I'm seeing the readout now. The Inquisitorial authority codes seem genuine. How may I be of assistance, Archfabricator?
We have a Mayday situation. We are currently stranded on Yanth, the Death World. Supplies are running low, and we find ourselves in desperate peril. We need evac as quickly as physically possible.
I will be able to divert my ship to your location. Yanth happens to be close in my patrol route, but we never stopped there. There's really no reason to it. However, if you can keep broadcasting from your current location, we should be able to find you. But there is another issue.
What is the other issue?
There is no set landing pad, let alone big enough clearing on Yanth to set down a landing shuttle.
Do you have access to any form of fighter bombers?
I do not. This ship is not equipped with any hangar bays. The closest, and Throne helped me for suggesting this, is to activate one of my lance batteries, though I do not, under any circumstances, wish to chance a hit upon an Inquisitor.
Agreed.
Do you have any smaller craft on it?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry to. I'm just gonna stop.
Oh, fair enough. I'll get back to you, Mope. To whom am I speaking?
This is Inquisitor Rosalina Lockwood.
Of course.
We are...
Captain Sinclair, at your service. We are... Me and your arch-fabricator are discussing evacuation options. If you have any ideas, I would love to hear them.
Do you have a small craft, Arvis Lighter?
I have a number of inter-orbit craft. Can Valkyries go into
Yes.
space?
Yeah.
I have a group of Valkyries used normally for combat drops if such is needed, but they could be set down if a big enough clearing could be made. What is your exact current location?
Tarvok. Exact current location.
Can I give him the longitude and latitude?
Yes, you can.
Indeed, I coordinate 32 by 47 northwest. I don't know latitudes and longitudes.
Close enough that we get what you're saying.
Yeah, you simply tell them. You cast fill in. So
We're by the base of a mountain. There's a small clearing right outside.
was it large enough to allow a landing?
Was it actually? I think it was.
I would argue that it wasn't.
We will make it large enough.
Do you have any equipment to do that?
Flamethrowers and demolition kits.
We
Your
should
point
be
is
able
taken.
to. Come down with a group of men. Oh, also, do not fire upon the Kroot.
There are Kroot involved?
I cannot say any more.
I will assume there are Kroot involved. I cannot promise... I will promise that we will not fire first upon him, but if they show any sign of hostility, my men will not hesitate to defend themselves.
In that case, you have my permission to gun them down. If
Excellent.
they are hostile first.
As you, by your will, Inquisitor. Now, contact me. We will move into geostationary orbit above your broadcast. You will, if you could contact me once again once you have made a clearing large enough, I will dispatch my men down to the surface.
Very well.
Captain Sinclair out.
And with that, I'm going to look at Tarvok and look at the team. We need to clear space for a Valkyrie. A vertical drop.
At this point, Tarvok's bookcase will open up and he will pull out a grenade launcher and his demolition kit.
Oh dear.
I'm going to pull out my Inferno pistol and ignite my hand. Let's get to work, shall we?
With that, we will return next week.
Dum dum dum.
Love Prometheum in the morning.
We're quite literally burning a forest down. I feel really bad.
Yeah, well, you know.
This forest fired first. It tried to kill us multiple times.
It has.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Queen's Court. Next week, we may or may not have an episode. It really depends. But, as always, I'm Queenalexis. I love you guys. Bye.